Everybody. You know, I took one look at this image I found for Ace Attorney Investigations 2 with Edgeworth conducting an orchestra. Yeah, I knew what song I had to start with today. He is such a nerd. You know, ever since I made that art of Edgeworth at Samurai Land, it was an interesting trip, for sure. Like, after being forced to hang out with Phoenix and Maya all day, it was definitely a time, you know. Edgeworth got forced to go on the Pink Princess coaster because Old Bag was running the ride that day, and she wanted to be nice. She's like, "Oh, Edgy Poo, let you ride the ride again for free. Here, let me run it 3 times consecutively," forgetting the fact that it's a high-speed roller death coaster, and Edgeworth's tum-tum wasn't feeling too good after it. He threw chunks just like somebody threw an updated autopsy report at my face right now. Wasn't a great time. You know, Kay showed up with some hot dogs, some samurai dogs, and Edgeworth's like, "Please, no. I don't want to think about food right now." Anyway, welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2, everybody. When we last left off, our hero, rather the father of a hero, man, reminds me of Dragon Quest, had gotten a certain prosecutor on the ropes, knowing that he's up to something. But unfortunately, without solid evidence, he can't prove his case. And what is Von Karma all about? Perfect evidence, perfect witnesses, perfect, evidence falsification. I don't know. We saw a picture. The victim was supposedly had like a child who's friends with a child of another, of one of the potential suspects. I don't know. All I know is right now, we can't think about that. We're back to the future, baby. So it's Edgeworth time. Let's get into it. Von Karma, perfect asshole. There you go. Inherited Turnabout. End. Part 1. If I know anything about anything, just because it says end doesn't mean we're anywhere near the end. Probably end part 1, end part 2. We'll see how far we get this week. April 2nd, 2:10 p.m. Zodiac Art Gallery, Fountain Patio. And that's all Uncle Ray knows about the IS-7 incident. Wait, that's it? Are we not gonna flash back to Greggy? But wait, I need to know how it ends. I know how it ends, but I want to see it. I want to see it end. I want to see little baby Miles in court. Oh! No! Well, I guess he doesn't really need to tell Edgeworth that, because at that point, Edgeworth was just there. So that's what happened to my father's last case. The truth of the IS-7 incident. What happened at the trial? In the end, Von Karma defeated us. Huh? So you couldn't prove Mr. Master's innocence? That's a little anticlimactic. As much as we already knew it, I had some hope that, yeah, the outcome wasn't what we wanted, but I want to see Gregory fight tooth and nail for that just little blip on Von Karma's record. You know, the one that he was willing to kill for. We had gathered plenty of evidence to prove it, but Von Karma was even more despicable than we thought. You're despicable. He was a prosecutor who would do anything for his guilty verdict. That's right! And he really did use any means necessary. Okay, is the clapping really necessary, Ray? Because of this, the trial dragged on for about a year until it finally reached a conclusion. Oh! The trial itself was a year. I thought like they waited a year until they could like get it all together. Which, you know, didn't make as much sense to me. Now it's like, oh, I see why trials end in 3 days. That's how hard Gregory had to fight against Von Karma. Because Von Karma's that much of a D-bag. Jeez. I'll never forget that fateful day when the judgment was passed down, the 28th of December. It's April now, so it's been a little over 17 years. Now time flies. The 28th of December, 17 years ago, was watching from the gallery that day. Oh. Before the trial, your old man noticed that Mr. Master was acting strangely. He was at the breaking point, both mentally and physically. He wanted to be found guilty. They deprived him of his sugar. I'm pretty sure that's actually illegal. Man's gonna die. He's diabetic. No, Mr. Master didn't fake a confession, did he? Tishia Pons, what's up? Welcome. You're waiting for this. I know it's been a little bit. I'm glad to be back for some Ace Attorney. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that was what Von Karma was aiming for from the start. Longer than a 3-day trial, yeah. Ray mentioned that this was before they enacted that. Maybe this was the trial that made it happen, I don't know. When your old man tried to expose the fact that the body had not been found, Von Karma used the power of his police cronies to quash that argument. What, they faked a body? He even went as far as to prepare a fake autopsy report. Okay, I can deal with updated autopsy reports, but fake ones? No. That's low, Von Karma. Then, they made Mr. Master give a false testimony and confess to being an accomplice. With Mr. Master's confession, the situation quickly became dire. But your old man had a trump card up his sleeve. Detective Bad? Was that the trump card he was talking to Detective Bad about? Yeah, that trump card was to be our insurance in case Mr. Master confessed. You'd asked Detective Bad to have Mr. Master's interrogation recorded. Detective Bad? Wanted to know the truth too, huh? Isn't Kay like 17? This was before she was even born. After he was dropped from the investigation, he never stopped caring about the case. Even when he was involved with the other large cases, he really was the definition of a true detective. Wow, baddie boy. Man, I want a total, like, prequel series now. I want to see Gregory in action. I want to see, like, Detective Bad be the main detective. It's such a crime for him to only be in these 2 games. The defense presented the recording, which proved that the confession was forced. Well, it seems the detective in charge of the initial investigation and interrogation, Replacer? Because he was replaced? Oh my god. Okay, I've read that as Rip Lancer. I'm like, that's a cool name. It's like Lancer from Delta. No, it says Rip Lacer. Took all the blame and was charged and dismissed. Rip that guy. Still, at the trial, your old man exposed Von Karma's corruption, and Von Karma received his first penalty from the then chief prosecutor. Oh! The only penalty in his 40 years of prosecution. However, Mr. Master didn't want the trial to continue any longer, and the curtains closed on the trial that day with a verdict of guilty. An entire year! My god. I've been on jury duty before, but the longest case I've been on was 2 weeks. It didn't need to be 2 weeks. They, like, were waiting for a specific witness, and it turned out, like, yeah, he was their best witness, but they still didn't have much of a case. Yeah, you know, when they interviewed me for being on the jury, they didn't know I'm a fan of Ace Attorney. That just turned it all around for them. Oop! My memory of that time is fuzzy, but I was also there, watching my father's final trial. And I think his final regret became my own. Plus the whole, you know, earthquake trauma. Your old man wanted a retrial to prove Master's innocence, but he passed on before he could fulfill his wish. Yeah. After getting entangled in another case. They're using the exact same photo. You show this to any Ace Attorney fan, and the pain will come flooding back. It breaks my heart even now that I didn't return home with him that day. If only you were in the elevator, Ray. And what's more, to blind myself from my own worthlessness. Uncle Ray put all of his hatred on you as a traitor for being Von Karma's pupil. Oh, that does hurt. Like, what? Could things have been different? Could things have been different if Ray took Edgeworth under his wing? I don't know. I don't know, but it's big sad times. Akira Dolce, welcome on into the sadness. I'm sorry, y'all were booping around with Goof Troop just now. With the Goof Troop! And then you're just into this. Sorry for the change in mood, y'all. But welcome on in. I was able to catch a little bit of Akira and Prismaya doing a little co-stream. It was a fantastic time. And yeah, no, I'm a chicken VTuber. I play video games with voice acting and whatnot. So, I wish there would have been a more happy mood, but, you know, when you're talking about Edgeworth's past, it's not always happy. Oop! Go Troop! Did you guys beat it? Hopefully you did. You know, old Pirate Pete. No, what was his name in that one? Keelhaul Pete. I'm sorry. And don't forget his wife, Peg Pete. You know, the pun is supposed to be Peg Leg Pete, but it's just Peg Pete. I will elaborate no further on this. His daughter's name is Pistol Pete. Anyway, welcome on in, everybody. I hope you are doing well and get a nice nest and cozy on up, because it's story time. And if you don't want spoilers for Ace Attorney Investigations 2, feel free to drop on out. This is a little late into the game at this point, too. What's up, Jam? How's it going? Can't watch you want to play. Exactly, that's why I'm pausing for a little bit. Oof, we found a good place to pause, though. Beat it twice. Nice. Good job. I gotta go back and watch that VOD, but I hope it was super fun. But, yeah. Okay, last call for Ace Attorney Investigations 2 spoilers. We're gonna continue on with it, but, welcome on, everybody. Do you guys like my glasses? Do you like my hair? I'm Edgeworth right now, but Edgeworth, like, sexy in the future when he wears glasses in, like, Ace Attorney 5, 6? I forget now. That's a little bit of a spoiler, but you know you can't just leave Edgeworth hanging. Alright, okay, let me set the stage for all y'all who, wanted to stay on in and don't mind the spoilies. Edgeworth, just now, is talking to this old associate of his, Ray Shields, who was an assistant for his father, Gregory Edgeworth, back when the Edgeworth law offices were Gregory as a defense attorney. And, Ray basically just told the whole story of everything leading up into DL6. So, hopefully that's enough context. So yeah, pretty much sad times. I'm sorry. Don't be. It's natural you would hate me. Hate him for being taken under Von Karma's wing. Like, did Edgeworth have a choice? He was a kid at the time. Ray, like, you could easily blame Ray a little bit for this too, for just running away and not making sure Edgeworth fell into the wrong hands. Imagine him as a defense attorney. He'd be unstoppable. But then also Phoenix might never have become a defense attorney, you know? Stupid, sexy Edgeworth. After I became a prosecutor, I was able to get Von Karma to show me the case file. Mr. Master was found guilty for the murder of Isaac Dover. Yeah. That's not right. Yeah, he said he was an accomplice. So what? Somebody's lying. My money's on Von Karma. Wasn't Mr. Master found guilty of being an accomplice? But this case file says guilty of murder. Ray was 19, hard to say if he was able to. True. I mean, maybe it could have been like, what's her name, Nani? Nani? Nani and Lilo's situation from Nilo and Stitch. Like, you could take him on as like a little brother. There shouldn't be anything unresolved in the cases handled by Manfred Von Karma. Wait, can I take a look at that file? Well, he brought him with him? Brought it with him? Oh, it looks like the charges have been rewritten. Oh, look at this. They didn't write it in pen? Suspect data. Jeffrey Master, 39, creator of the dessert contest. The victim's body was found inside a dessert made by the suspect. This led to his arrest. In jail, he was diagnosed with hypojuicia, and he was treated by medicine. After his own confession, he was convicted as an accomplice to murder. The charge is accomplice to murder? This is a copy of the original case file I received from the courts. So which one went into the books? Why would the charge be altered? This file was given to you by Von Karma, right? Maybe he just didn't want you to know the truth, since you're Gregory's son. He would have wanted to avoid another retrial before the statute of limitations ran out after all. Yeah, you know, it was all thanks to a certain spiky defense attorney that... right at the deadline! Sorry, Von Karma. I guess it was karma. Oh! When Karma lied, what a surprise. So, what I had come to believe back then was it all been a lie? If you didn't know about it, just make sure you know it from now on. Oh! The statute of limitations has long expired, but the truth still sleeps. Right here. Oh, well, yeah, okay. Never mind. Sorry. DL6! Just in time. IS7, however, definitely still long unresolved. Oh, I saw a tweet on Twitter the other day. And like, do you guys think there's like a BuzzFeed Unsolved Mysteries on DL6 in the Ace Attorney universe? Like, not anymore because Phoenix blew that case wide open. But do you guys think there's one on IS7? There's probably like a YouTuber in the Ace Attorney universe who's obsessed with Manfred von Karma and trying to like Charlie Day, all the Pepe Sylvia hints together. Like, why is this man so perfect? There's no way he hasn't lost in this many years. Pepe Sylvia does not exist. And yet he's listed as a witness in this case. Oh, no. So, Sapphire, welcome on in. I'm just being a little Charlie Day here. Pepe Sylvia! After your old man passed away, Uncle Ray took over as Mr. Master's defense attorney. Although Von Karma also had another prosecutor take over the case. Perhaps he thought that since his opponent was a rookie, he didn't even need to turn up. In the end, the real killer was never found, and Mr. Master was found guilty. Oh. No! Is there nothing we can do? Even now? Nothing in this current law system, frickin' but we can still find the truth for ourselves. For Gregory. Since the killer was never found, we can't withdraw his confession. I found out after the trial that Mr. Master made a deal with Von Karma because Von Karma had threatened him.
If you don't confess, Catherine Hall will be held under the same charges.
That's terrible! No! Von Karma, you sleaze. You absolute piece of trash. Fuck. Yeah, I said it. I don't think Mr. Master really thought that Kate was the killer, but to protect her, he faked a confession. That's not what Phoenix Wright would have done. Aren't the Black Dahlia and Tylenol murders the most famous unsolved mysteries? Something like that. I don't really look into that kind of stuff on my own time, but if there's like a cool YouTube video about it, I'll probably watch it. Unsolved Mysteries. Miles. Hope I'm well? Yeah, I'm pretty good, Noe. I took yesterday off a stream to just rest a little bit, do some cleaning. It's not much, but I'm proud that I've cleaned up a little spot in my room that like used to be full of stuff for years, and now I can see the floor again. It's amazing. On the day that Knightley boy was killed, why do you think Uncle Ray was at the prison? Huh? I see. You went to see Mr. Master, didn't you? Ah, he's at that exact prison, huh? I said I'd visit him every day. I couldn't keep that promise, but I asked Katie Pie to look in on him for me when I couldn't. And you know, the whole thing where he was in Europe for a little bit. Through rain or snow, she went every single day, without fail. But nothing has changed, and Mr. Master still serves his punishment. How long was this man's sentence? That's so sad. Isn't there anything we can do? Hey. That's why I came here. Oh yeah, we got that Ray Shields theme up. Because I knew those ice sculptures would be on display here today. So, what are you gonna do, Miles? Well, they're kind of melted, so we're back at square one. I am a prosecutor. My position is different from you and my father. Miles. But moving past my position, what I want as Miles Edgeworth is to know the truth of these two cases. It is for that reason that I am here. You really are your father's son. Well then, if that's what you decided, I'll support you all the way. Good job, Uncle Ray. Now I'll take that chocolate if you don't mind. I better leave the IS-7 documents and evidence with you then. Oh wait, we're just gonna get all the stuff that Gregory had back then? That's a little weird. Alright, here are the documents. By the way, the parts in orange are Uncle Ray's old notes. You can tell they're not orange because of ink. They're orange because I ate them and drank orange soda that day. Don't think too hard about how I got the notes back. Oop. I'm surprised he has any notes not eaten. Thank you. And now here's the IS-7 evidence. There's a lot, so make sure to look it over while you investigate. Received a lot of IS-7 evidence from Mr. Shields. Oh, cool. They're just... I guess since the Statute of Limitations is out, they'll just let me have it all. Is that what they do? Like, after, like they keep all the evidence for old cases in the police station, right? So after the Statute of Limitations, do they just throw it away? Just give it out like, I don't know, like yesterday's bagels at a bakery? Right. I'll check through it later. Or maybe I'll check through it now. I think I'll eat it now. Jeez, dude. Actually, that's not that much. Yeah, that's not that much, actually. Yeah, pretty good. Can I look at any of this in 3D? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Anyway, there are so many strange things about this case. Indeed. Those involved in the case 18 years ago have reunited, and another incident occurs. Dun, dun, dun. Old-fashioned double murder. Replicas of the statues from 18 years ago were displayed in the Winter Palace, and... no 3D. Poison gas was released in the Autumn Palace, which had been disguised as the Winter Palace. The two chemicals in the Pisces case, normalium and fatalium, were mixed, causing an outbreak of poison gasalium. The victim of the poison gas was Dame Gustavia, a person involved in the IS-7 incidentalium. Because he was unconscious at Alium, he received treatment at the Zodiac Art Gallery's Infirmarialium. Finally, the dead body found floating in the fountain. Yo, did we ever figure out who that was? Didn't seem to be Kate. Okay, so this was my theory last time. Since we only now found out about Gustavia and Dover's sons, maybe that's one of them. It is 18 years later. And once again, the ice sculptures have melted. If you could only have Kate's pictures from back then, I assume that's what they used to recreate the sculptures. There are deep connections between these two cases. It's possible there are still some clues left from 18 years ago. We just have to sniff extra hard for them. Right, let's get started. You dumbus, what are you doing here? I thought you left. Just listening to us talk. Do you want to be helpful, or do you want to just sit there and smack your hand with your little conductor's baton, man? Just 1 second. Don't tell me you've forgotten about me. Didn't I tell you that I'm the one in charge of this case? Oh, really? Because you look more like a photographer. Prosecutor Edgeworth, if you intend to continue disrupting Sebastian's investigation... The word, you are guilty. I like how it played out letter by letter, like when the judge says guilty in the game. Will be added to your PIC report.
SpongeBob, this is going on your permanent record.
What does she mean, guilty? Guilty of what? That's a good point. guilty of being a pain in my ass. Please allow me to assist in your investigation as before. I appreciate your proposal, but I'm afraid I must overrule it. That was fast. Even though we're short on hands to identify the victim right now, it's only a matter of time until we figure it out. Yeah, time, but how much time? When it comes to the best, you might need the rest of the statute of limitations. In that case, I shall take that load off your shoulders at once. Regarding the identity of the unidentified body, one person comes to mind.
Really? Then tell us!
Humph. Very well. Eh? Wait. It's not just the sculptures that have made a comeback from the incident 18 years ago. The body in the fountain is... now hold on a second. No, wait a minute. Now hold on a second. Now, so the body... Okay, well, scratch my theory. It has to be one of these people now. Clearly, it's Ray Shields. What do you mean, Edgeworth? I'm standing right here. Oh, but are you Ray Shields, or are you an imposter? What? Oh yeah, it's the Phantom all over again. No, it's Ace Attorney 5. Well, out of all the people we've seen, all of these people are still alive. Assuming Jeff Master is also still alive, so it's Isaac Dover again? Somehow? Because the body never appeared? It's been dead for 18 years? How is that thing not, like, rotted and blowed? Ew. If it was frozen. It's likely the identity of the body is the victim of the murder that occurred here 18 years ago. Because process of elimination. What? No! How? Okay. Alright, good job, Edgeworth. You figured it out when I couldn't. Isaac Dover.
It's Icy's body? Hey, who's that? I never heard of him.
Mr. Isaac Dover? A truly great sculptor. But he was better known as Pierre Hoquet. The sculptures on display here in this museum are all his creations.
Ah, so in other words, that sculptor was the best. Somehow, I feel a strong kinship to him.
And he was the victim in the IS-7 incident. Oh, she knew about the IS-7 incident? Well, you were talking about it loudly in the middle of the main lobby. I couldn't help but overhear. Fair. Prosecutor Edgeworth, the IS-7 incident occurred 18 years ago. And what's more, the police reported the removal of the body. That's what's on the record. But I wonder if that's really the truth. What are you saying? The defense attorney in the IS-7 incident claimed that the body was never found. Not that the prosecution would ever admit to such a thing. The truth has been muddled in 18 years of lies. We have to thaw it out.
Hello? Huh? Really?
Is something wrong, Sebastian?
Yeah, I'd like a large pizza. Extra thick.
This is not the time to be ordering Little Caesars. Also, can you even order Little Caesars? You just pick it up and go.
I'll have you know I'm placing an order at Domino's. No, it's just that they said that they know who the victim is.
Domino's?
No, the police station.
Oh. Pizza.
It's just as that prosecutor says. It's Dover.
18-year-old body? Don't take that out of context. No, it can't be. Huh. It would seem my father's suspicions were correct. Because he was the greatest, the best, not like this guy. What is it, Judge Courtney? Have you finally realized that I'm much more helpful than Mr. The Best? You don't have to rub it in.
Hey, you! Are you trying to steal the best position just for yourself?
I'm doing no such thing. I just want to know the truth. And for that to happen, we need to cooperate, no? The truth is none of your concern. Should a judge really be saying that?
Objection.
Objection. I don't think that's true, Corny Pie. You again. Uncle Ray assisted the defense attorney involved in the IS-7 incident. The one who claimed that Mr. Dover's body was never found. The prosecution denied it at the time, but now the body has been discovered here. In other words, it's time for a class trial. And the IS-7 investigation was unjust. And isn't it the duty of the PIC to investigate corrupt prosecutors? Then, wouldn't you want to cooperate with those who were involved in the case? It might be a little bit late. Isn't Von Karma dead by now? Unless you have an ulterior motive. Now that I think about it, Judge Courtney knew about the IS-7 incident, so it would seem she really is here because of the PIC. Even if you're related to the incident, I don't see how Prosecutor Edgeworth is. Really? Really? You literal relation? You didn't know that Edgeworth Sr. was the man behind the man? He is the son of the attorney in that case, and a prosecutor taught by Von Karma himself. Oh, you know, if anything, he's the most related to the case. And what's more, he was in the audience at the IS-7 trial. It's been a little bit. I mean, I can't remember stuff that happened 18 years ago, but I'll take it. I'm sure there are many points he can enlighten us on. Very well. I will allow you to cooperate. However, your investigation must not hinder the other investigators. Yeah, I'm more worried about them hindering themselves. The Winter Palace is currently being investigated, but the fountain patio is open to you. That's my Corny Pie. Now we're talking. As thanks, I will allow you to have a hug with Uncle Ray. Alright, okay. Suddenly out of serious mode. Smack him! Smack him from across the room. Overruled. If I feel your cooperation isn't needed, I will have to ask you to leave. Understood. Ah, isn't that great, Miles? Now we can start investigating. Still want that hug, though. Who really helped us there? Uncle Ray would like some help himself. Uncle Ray did it all for himself. Sorry, no hug. I mean, you can get a hug from Edgeworth. Humph. Ray, no, you can do better. I'm not sure. I don't know about that, actually. I mean, you can definitely do better than Larry can. That's easy enough to say. Alright, Uncle Ray is gonna investigate too. So let me know if you figured something out. Got it. And by that I mean Uncle Ray will stand here in the middle of the room and wait for you to come talk to me. Alright. Right then. Okay, let's begin the investigation.
Okay, let's do this.
We still don't know where Mr. Dover's body and the Normalium were hidden.
We don't have enough information to go on.
You're right. Our first priority is the Normalium.
Well, Normalium is used in washing detergents, paints, and the like.
If I recall, it's a red liquid with a minty aroma. Like peppermint? Definitely not very suspicious when it's around Christmas time.
Well then, let's get looking for that Normalium.
Aw, heck yeah, we get to talk to Delicia again. I love it, mate. I like how this investigator is kind of perched on the fountain rim here. I will say, current theory is that the only way for Dover's body to have stayed intact that long is for him to have literally been frozen. And if that's the case, then maybe when the Winter Palace melted and the statues melted, maybe Isaac Dover made his way through the waterworks and just washed up into the fountain. Because all the rooms are connected by these aqueducts, right? They look big enough for a body to go through. And if the Winter Palace had really been frozen this entire time, and like never thawed even due to power outage, I don't know. But that's my current theory. It appears the body has already been recovered by the police.
Why was the body of the victim from 18 years ago found floating in the fountain? I mean, wouldn't the body have gone all goopy after 18 years?
Goopy, yes, very scientific turn. I would have used, I don't know, decomposed. I don't know if I would call it goopy. Like, if it had been in the waterworks, then there's no way they wouldn't have, like, it wouldn't have bloated up. But to be as preserved as it was, freezing. Or maybe it was stuffed with normalium. Maybe normalium acts as a preservative. It certainly would have required a special method to preserve the body.
Yeah, I wonder if such a method even exists. Hey, Mr. Forensic Guy, any new information?
Yes! Dude, be careful, you're gonna fall. Right into the pool where the dead body was gooping around.
Normalium and phthallium have been detected in the fountain water.
They must have flowed through the stream from the Autumn Palace to the fountain.
Oh no, don't breathe that. Don't drink that. Will it blend though?
Aside from the chemicals, we also found high levels of sugar. We're working hard on investigating it.
Sugar in the fountain water? What could have caused that? Something like melted sherbet. Okay, let's look at the picture of the Winter Palace. If there's any sort of like drainage vent. Okay, we can't see it here. Do we have the other picture? We have this. No drainage vent there. Something has to prove that the statues themselves melted into the water. What's up, Delicia?
Oi! How's the investigation coming along? Have you found anything? Hoi! 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 Not quite, actually. We haven't found any clues yet. You're doing it wrong. Hoi is only used when you're showing someone something. Also, yes, see is used to confirm, and is also green. Eep is used when you're afraid.
Hoi!
Fi is used when you don't like something. Oi is used when you're calling someone. I see. I didn't know it was that deep. Oi, Mr. Edgeworth. Did you catch all that?
Please, Kay, we are not going to London anytime soon. This is not the Great Ace Attorney. Kay, be more serious.
Yes, see.
Aww. I think it was a good attempt, Kay. Like, a great thief has to be also a great master of disguise, right? You gotta practice your accents. I'm all for it. On the shelf are trophies commemorating Isaac Dover's work as Pierre Hoquet. He truly was a first-rate artist. There are quite a number of trophies lined up here.
I remember you have some trophies too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, we don't talk about that one. We don't talk about the King of Prosecutors trophy. I have a sneaking suspicion it already had the letter K, and they just came up with King to have an excuse to not change the statue. Or, you know, maybe it used to be K for Kenji.
I would have loved to ask them too. If only there was a contest for thieves. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? We can hold one at the prosecutor's office.
All you gotta do. Oh, perfect idea, Kay. Just have a statue just out in plain sight, protected by guards, and whatever thief steals it first gets to have the trophy. Because clearly they've earned it, right? I don't mind you holding a contest, but all the participants will be arrested. That's the trick. You have to steal the trophy and then also leave before you get arrested. That's a cool statue in the background. Or painting, rather. I wonder what it's supposed to look like. Kind of reminds me of... I don't know, it kind of reminds me of Maya Fey. The person's looks like they have hair tied up in a little bun. Or like a... something like that.
Prosecutor Tepest ordered me to not let you investigate anything but this room. I absolutely cannot let you pass through any further than this. I'm sorry.
I won't, since I can't pass through anyway. You're standing in front of a wall.
No! After all, you're Prosecutor Edgeworth. If you really wanted to, this wall wouldn't stop you.
Wow, you're even more fearsome than I thought, Mr. Edgeworth.
I mean, he could just tell Gumshoe to bust it open. Battering ram. Just what kind of human do these people think I am? Look, nothing could possibly make me want to bust through a wall.
Edgeworth, I hear the Steel Samurai was doing a book signing behind the wall.
Where?
I must... Need signature.
Look, we had enough walking through walls in the first investigation game, and that was with the aid of Little Thief. Miles, how's the investigation going? Well, little by little, I'm beginning to see the entire truth behind this case. I've literally not looked at anything, I've just talked to people. Oh, that's good to hear. Uncle Ray had better not fall behind either. Eh? Oh. This case seems to have a lot in common with the case 18 years ago. I agree. The melted ice in the Winter Palace and the body of the victim from 18 years ago.
I wonder why nobody ever noticed the body was missing after all this time.
In the meanwhile, Gregory's ghost is like,
That's what I've been trying to tell everybody.
the only family Mr. Dover had was a young son. His son, Mr. Gustavia's son, who attended the same elementary school. After the case, they both went missing.
What? Nobody told me about that.
They went missing?
What? And they haven't been found yet?
Oh man, I wonder if we know them somehow by like any other name. Let's see. If they were like, I don't know, 10 years old, 18 years ago, they'd be somebody around 28 now? Maybe anyone that fits the description? That's a long shot, I don't think so. Sebastian is 17. Okay, definitely not him.
They haven't been found yet?
Edgeworth definitely didn't seem happy to win that King of Prosecutors trophy. Actor, welcome back. I haven't heard any news about Mr. Gustavia's son being found. But as for Mr. Dover's son, he was found and his inheritance was delivered to him. And because of that, Mr. Dover never had a proper funeral. That way, they were able to make it look like the body had been in police custody. The autopsy report had also been forged, so nobody but the defense ever found out.
Von Karma, you would go that far.
Jeez, dude. After getting a signature from Larry in the first game, he needs a real Steel Samurai. Absolutely. Yeah, it's like Disneyland where like pretty much every employee knows how to do the signature for every Disney princess. Not every employee, but basically most of them. That's a thing where like, in case say a kid accidentally dropped their signature book into the jungle river cruise. So like, oh, don't worry, we'll get the book signed by all the princesses you already got signed it by. Just let me know which ones, and we'll get it back to you in like 20 minutes. And it's really just the employee like sitting in a back room scribbling all the signatures again. I know because my coworker actually works at Disneyland on the weekends, so he knows how to do all of the Disney princess signatures. I could probably ask him to just sign an autograph book and then sell it as like a complete set. Oh man, I could make millions. Why am I not doing this to fund my streaming? Hey, Itchy, move out of the way! Ugh, what is it now? I'm in the middle of sketching Justy in all her beauty. I've got a feeling this is gonna be my masterpiece. Quit getting in the way of my art, man.
Really? How much have you drawn so far?
Well, I only just decided on the composition. The drawing part starts now.
Don't lie, I've seen you sketch this whole time.
No, don't look at that.
Larry. Yeah, Larry, you just dropped boobs.
Look, they're important to get right. All right, Larry. Look, let me just take this notebook and have Ray eat the notes, and we'll just say this never happened. All right, deal. Isn't it a bit early to be calling it your masterpiece?
Well, this is Larry's we're talking about after all.
Larry, stop, please. Yo, somebody spewed chunks on the carpet. What is this? This smell and this color. Don't tell me this is a puddle of tea. pH.
Huh? There's a piece of pottery in the middle of the puddle.
Oh no, did the moon teapot break?
I wonder what broke.
No, I see it on the table. I think I recognize the design. I should probably show this to that man and see what he has to say. Eh? Can I 3D it? Can I 3D it? Oh, I can 3D it. Let's go. PH for Phantom Hourglass.
Robot.
Edgeworth has PTSD from that case with Larry being the Steel Samurai. Oh my goodness. I saw a comic on Twitter, and it's not even like non-canon for the most part. It's just the scene from Ace Attorney 1-3, Case 1-3, Turnabout Samurai. Edgeworth shaking Will Powers' hand, being like, "Ah, Mr. Powers, I'm a huge fan." And Phoenix can only think in his mind, "Liar, I bet you never even watched the show." But they drew Edgeworth's, like, inner feelings. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's the Steel Samurai. I'm shaking his hand, oh my god, I'm never watching it again. It's completely broken. Yes, just like my heart after I got that signature from Larry. I suspect it will be hard to tell where this piece originally came from. If only there was some kind of distinctive mark on it. How about the other side? Huh? I feel like I've seen this design somewhere before. Isn't it Pierre Hoquet's, the sculptor, signature? I wonder why this was dropped in a puddle of tea. Why do I get the feeling I know who's behind this? The raving tea bandit? No, not again. Always smashing my pottery when I'm not looking. My teapots in my office have been many a victim of his work. And it's just Gumshoe when he tries to clean them. Oops. On this service card, Miss Hall has prepared her tea set. According to the pamphlet, the museum is also famous for its tea. Yes, it certainly had a flavorful, rich taste. Huh. It seems this tea set was also made by Mr. Dover. Oh? So the tea set was made by the victim? Let's take a closer look. Edgeworth, darkened out. Absolutely adorable. It's my headcanon, to be sure. Gummy blames a intruder so that his pay won't get cut again. The thing is, though, Gumshoe's pay gets cut anyway, and he's fine with it. It's like, okay, I guess I'll take it. In the inside, he just feels like he deserves it because he really broke the tea set. So this tea set was made by Isaac Dover, and this raid was made by Raichq. Raichq, how are you doing? Hopefully you had a good stream. Let me know what you were playing. Can I get a shout out for Raichq? Also, I'm just now realizing, did I even give a shout out for Akira Dolce when he first raided? Let's shout out both, actually. Well, that's weird. Yeah, Miku, you should be able to shout out. Well, let me just shout out the person who raided earlier. And then shout out Raichq. I was near Replicant. Hey! Well, that's a series I've always wanted to play. I just have not. How's it going, everybody? Raichq Rope Snake. Is that a Mother 3 reference? Hopefully it went well. I've never actually played any of the Nier games, but I don't know. Maybe once you finish Replicant, you'll be able to tell me whether I should play that before Automata or just play Replicant. But I hope it's been fun. If anything, I know those games definitely go hard with their gameplay. Especially Automata, but then, you know, that's a Platinum game. What Platinum game doesn't go hard? Hope you all had a good time. Welcome on in. I'm a VTuber chicken. I play video games, mostly ones with voice acting, so sit back and relax. All cool while we shoot some b-ball outside of the school. You're getting wrecked emotionally. That sounds about right. Okay, sounds like my kind of game. This game has been pretty emotional too. Miles Edgeworth, the prosecutor of Ace Attorney, he is the star of this one, and he has to deal with cases that are near and dear to him because they might just involve his dad, who was, if you don't know Ace Attorney, a little bit of a spoiler, but for context, it's something that you learned in the first game. His dad was murdered so many years ago, and he left some mysteries unsolved, very sadly. This is Edgeworth's chance. AOL, how you doing, AOL? Welcome. So, this tea set was made by Isaac Dover. Fancy stuff, huh? Okay, I'd say this tea set is worth thousands of dollars. Please be careful with it. Dollars? Why'd I say that like Australian style? Thousands of dollars.
Huh? This tea set is such a treasure?
Oops. Maybe that wasn't the thing to say to get her to be careful. That just makes her want to steal it. Please don't look so excited. If I recall correctly, Miss Hall was a huge fan of Mr. Dover. You think Edgeworth has any Steel Samurai t-shirts all in his closet? Oh, all the collector's ones. He doesn't wear them. He just keeps them in the, like, plastic bags they were sealed in. Can't let a single thread go astray. Hey, Edgy! What is it now, Larry? You done drawn Booba yet? What is it? Be careful with that teapot! Why must I be warned by him of all people?
Madame and messieurs,
Are we done investigating?
would you care for some tea?
Ah, Miss Hole! Ah, Katie! No, I'm fine, thanks. Kay and Edgy, you guys can have some. Why would you turn down the tea? Well, since you asked, we might as well take a short break.
Certainly.
Shadow Storm Rider, what's up? What the heck is a monsieur? Something like a monsieur, but I don't know French. I don't know the exact difference. I think one of them is sort of like Miss versus Mrs. or something like that. But like the Mr. form of it. I don't know. Does anybody know French? Maybe any Canadians in the chat?
Thanks for the tea.
Sorry. Yeah, I have a feeling that Larry actually broke a teapot or something.
Wow, it's so tasty. What kind of tea is this, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's Ceylon tea, known for its citrus aroma. However, Miss Hole, is this the same tea you served us this morning?
Yes, that's right. Was it not to your liking?
No, it's not that. It's that the tea from earlier was chilled. The tea we had this morning had a slightly different aroma. Oh? Wait, really? Monsieur is plural of monsieur. Oh, okay, Ultimate Boomer, thank you. Also, welcome.
How strange. It's the same Ceylon tea I served this morning. There shouldn't be anything different about it.
Oh, what's wrong with you, Edgy? Quit nitpicking about the tea Katie so kindly prepared for you. Larry, what are you getting so upset about? I'm not upset. You're just being a rude jerk, man. And I told you to call me Laurice. Sheesh. I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. Okay, bye. Larry, you are terrible at acting like you're not hiding something. It's like arguing with a child. A child has more reasoning skills than Larry, honestly. I remember Cody Hackins. Y'all remember I'll Be Your Guide? Laurice, I wonder what's wrong. Don't humor him. I'd like to ask him that later myself. And I also need to speak with Miss Hall. Yeah, if y'all came in on a raid, hope you're doing all nice and cool. And, yeah, chilling out. It's story time. I can't read chat as closely as I usually do in these kinds of games, but I'll do my best. At the very least, I will glance every now and then. I don't have any evidence that shows she's the culprit, but I dare say she's the one who set up the poison gas trap. He's still on about that. I guess. Like, if Gustavia had motive and suspicion 18 years ago, it's kind of hard to have him suspect him in poisoning himself. Unless, you know, that was his plan in the first place. Is this really all I can look at? I can logic. Minty aroma. Tea. Oh? Hold on. Give me a moment. I need logic. I need to rub my brain cells together. Each time Edgeworth gets one of these, it's another brain cell that just spawns off from a stem cell in his bone matter. No? Alright. Okay, so not yet. But I'm pretty sure that something's gonna connect the different aroma with a minty smell. Poison tea! Is that why... Wait, is that why Larry... I almost called him Laurice. No! That must be why Larry doesn't want to drink any. Miss Hole, where have you been until now?
I was showing the remaining guests out and handling complimentary gifts as an apology. Did you require my services?
What kind of gifts? Maybe the evidence? Yes, there are a few things I want to ask you about. If my suspicions are correct, she's the one who set up the poison gas trap. Oh? Oh! Hold on, first, here's my badge.
For Monsieur Edgeworth's son to have become a prosecutor, I'm sure there must have been some awful circumstances to it.
You're not wrong. Yes, a lot has happened, although I cannot talk about the details right now.
Oh, Monsieur Edgeworth, you really take after your father. Even if your profession is different, I'm sure you're as excellent as he was.
That's what I aspire to be, but my father would always face his work with unwavering conviction. Even now, I'm still lost regarding the question of what my path should be. My prosecutor's path. Oh, what? Hey, this teapot, does it look familiar? Hey, don't you do a sultry dance at me. Okay, thank you for stopping, but continue.
I don't know
A whole lot.
about the case.
Ding. Oh, we doing some more baking time, huh? I'm so sorry. Why is Kay singing along with her? Cause it's fun, Edgeworth. Don't you know how to have fun? Raviolin, thank you for the resub. Welcome back to the chicken coop. Grab a nest and get comfy. Long time no see, absolutely. It's been a while, Rav. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit. You're doing well, Rav. Welcome on in. Also, she dodged the egg. How exactly do you prepare the melted sculptures from 18 years ago?
My, so you know about what happened 18 years ago? It's because 18 years ago, I photographed Monsieur Adobo's sculptures. Using the photos as a base, I managed to create replicas.
Replicas?
The Zodiac sculptures had been an unfinished work, so I wanted to complete it somehow. Because I am the one who accidentally melted Monsieur Adobo's sculptures.
And could you tell me why the Autumn Palace resembles the Winter Palace so much?
Well, my apologies. They really look so alike.
You gotta tell me that was on purpose, to set the trap. And also to put the Winter Palace not where the winter stuff was? That's all pretty suspicious to me.
I think I may have gotten some of the decorations mixed up.
She is obviously lying, but I haven't gathered any evidence to prove that yet. Not yet, but I'll be back. You just wait right there, in the hole, Miss Hole. Larry, what are you hiding? Egg. 18 years ago, you have a feeling that'll be said a lot more. Oh, it's already been said so many times. I should get a counter for it. It's a bit too late now, though. 18 years ago. IS7DL6SL9, letter number. Larry, tell me what you're hiding. I know you well enough.
You two, stop glaring at each other like that.
I'm not glaring, Kay. I'm using my artist's perspective. Yaji's the one who's glaring. Then, if you know what's good for you, you will tell me what you are hiding right now, Egg. No way, dude! Didn't I say that I'm not talking to you anymore? So what are you doing right now? Not talking? Oh! Haha, caught you now. Aren't you talking to me right now? Sometimes me and the Ace Attorney writers just share a brain cell. From now on, I'm definitely not talking to you anymore. I'm not going to get anywhere like this. Looks like I'll have to force it out of him. Oh? With a badge? What if I threatened him with a blowtorch? How about that? Here. I'm gonna burn you with this. I'm gonna set your palette on fire. I'm sure it costs a lot of blank art materials. Egg? Larry, take a look at this.
Oh, what's that?
Larry, I've got a feeling that what you're hiding is related to the tea and this pottery shard. Well, if you're not going to talk to me, I can always hand this shard over to Judge Courtney.
Wait! I'm trying to keep a clean image for Justy. I don't want her to see how I've dirtied myself.
I can't imagine what part of you can be considered clean. Definitely not the butts.
Ugh, stinky.
If you don't want it to declare you guilty, I suggest you speak truthfully now. Can I really just do that? Can I just really put him on trial right now because I'm friends with the judge? You know, Larry doesn't know how it works. He'll believe it.
I got it. I'll tell you.
Oh?
Hiding something?
Master Asia, what's up? Why is he shaggy? Because he grew up in California. At least as far as the game series is concerned in the localization, he grew up in California.
So, like, dude, that's just how he sounds.
Larry, it's time you confessed what you've done.
Oh, how can you be so cruel to your best friend?
Phoenix Wright isn't here right now.
Hedgeworth, did you just admit Phoenix Wright's your best friend?
Well, yes. I only have like 2 friends. So he's best by default. The same way you can be so dishonest to your best friend. Wait, is he admitting it? Oh, Edgeworth. You know what? Maybe this is why they're friends. He just likes proving him wrong so often. Blade Vancer, what's up? What'd you miss? We're back in the future again. All you really need to know about the past is Gregory Edgeworth fought for an entire freaking year. An entire year just to get that one little blemish on Von Karma's perfect record. That's how hard he had to fight. Which just goes to show how much of a lucky ass pull Phoenix Wright took with, you know, interrogating that parrot. Like, oh my god. He didn't need a year for that.
Well, you can stop glaring at me. I promise to tell the truth this time for sure. I just thought I'd pour Justy some tea. My hand kind of slipped a bit and it broke. I accidentally broke the crazy expensive teapot!
The butts strikes again. Why am I not surprised? Wait, so what's the teapot on the table? Why do you leave the teapot on the table? You wanted to. Larry, did you just like make another one out of clay just now?
Oh boy, you've really done it this time, Larice. What should I do, Edgy? Katie will hate me!
Crying to me about it won't solve anything. First, you should apologize to Miss Hall. Ors.
Is that so? My teapot was... Katie, I'm so sorry! I don't have any money, but I'll try as many portraits of you as you like!
Hopefully with clothes this time.
Etty! Please kindly raise your head, monsieur. It is I who should apologize.
Take your word about the parrot. Oh, you know. It's like the same way that Full Metal Alchemist fans have one joke. Ace Attorney fans have like 3, but they're the same 3 jokes.
I didn't notice the broken shards. It's dangerous, so I'll tidy up the broken pieces. Allow me to take this piece from you as well.
I think I want to hold on to it, actually. Wasn't this tea set one of Isaac Dover's works? I heard that was very important to you.
Yes, but there's no use crying over spilled tea. Besides, I still have another one of those teapots left.
Is she not as attached to Dover's works as she used to be? No, I think she just wants to hide the evidence somehow.
Katie, you're so kind. Oh, that other teapot you were talking about, is it the one on that cart? Yes. Truth is, when I was trying to hide the broken shards, I looked under that cart, and I found a teapot that looked exactly like the same. So I switched them.
Oh, we didn't just drink poison, did we? Okay, spit it out. Oopsie.
Really?
Yeah, everything is cool now.
Well, at least Normalium by itself is okay.
I took great care to make sure no one would break the pot.
You don't brag about that when you were the one who broke it in the first place.
I'm sorry.
I don't mind. Thank you for your consideration.
Hey, gee. Katie's a really nice lady, isn't she?
You should reflect on how you cause trouble for people like her. Also, don't you still have a girlfriend right now?
Okay. I will not answer that question. I plead the fifth. Does Japanifornia have a Fifth Amendment? I don't actually know.
Well, what are you asking me for?
Aren't you a lawyer?
Yes, well, shut up.
Okay, when I make it as big as an artist, I'll donate paintings. In fact, I'll even welcome you as my own personal model.
I don't think Edward's busts can, be an accurate model for your busts, Larry. Just saying. I mean, dude has broad shoulders, though. You need a lot of marble. I think it'd be better if you just stopped causing trouble. I hope you haven't done anything else. 3 jokes in Ace Attorney. Maya getting caught, parrots, Edward Steel Samurai fanboy. And, also Gumshoe getting his pay cut. Though, to be honest, that's more of a thing in the investigations games. Like, his pay gets cut, like, once in Ace Attorney 1, and that's it. And then it just goes off in the investigations. Wine Rib, enjoy the lurk, and hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome.
I haven't. I just stood around sketching beauties.
Sketching beauties?
Huh? If you're interested, I can let you take a peek.
I guess even Mr. Edgeworth is interested in beauties. Don't know about that. It's not like that. Oh, you heard it from the man himself. It's not like that. I just thought it might be another one of his strange paintings.
How dare you? I'm very confident in my work this time.
This time, he says.
Oh, I want to see too. Oh, I'm glad you're so honest about it, Kay. I'll get it ready, so come check it out later.
I guess I'll have him show it to me later. Is later now? Apparently. About that sketch you mentioned just now.
What? If you wanted to see my art, you should have been more honest about it from the start. Look, here it is.
Oh, later is now. Oh, damn. He's actually really good, though. What the hell?
Larry, when did you get so good?
Even got Delicia in there, washing the tarp. Huh. Washing the fluorescent cloth. Huh. I mean, compare this to the... Okay, like, no context. No context, but this is... something from a later game. And it honestly wasn't bad to begin with. But just compare it to this art that Larry drew. Okay, I'm trying to get it, but Google's not letting me download it. Thanks for the follow. We have anonymous follows here. I just don't want to have people think like they're pressured to speak in chat or anything. As long as you're enjoying the show, fine by me. Okay, let me get this image out here. And I hope it's not a WebP. It is a WebP. Of course it is. 1, 2, 3. Here, all we're gonna do is we're going to appreciate Larry's art of the fine ladies of this case and compare it to one of his earlier works. I'm not even gonna explain what's happening. It's just definitely a lot more abstract. Yeah, you know, it was pretty good to begin with, though. It's like it came to him in a dream. Going from this to this. Oh, Larry, he's one of those anime artists, huh? You clearly just drew everyone in anime style. I don't understand the people that, like,
bash on people who draw an anime art style specifically. Like, it's a valid style, and people get paid in the animation industry to emulate it. And it's not like there's just one art style for anime. Like, you got, like, the general art style that a lot of artists have right now. But you also have, like, Oda's art style from One Piece, or Toriyama's art style from everything Toriyama does. It's valid. Anyway, welcome on in. Blurpy Jason, welcome. Saw my name in the Twitch channels and made you want some adobo. Delicious. Yeah, welcome on in. And just so everybody knows, Twitch made an update to the tag system. So I can actually have up to 10 tags now. So I've added a couple of ones. I've added, like, Filipino, Asian American, I've added casual and first playthrough. This is also the first stream where I'm tagged as chicken. I don't know if it will ever be good for me, but hey, look, if anybody ever comes in saying like, hey, I just searched for the chicken tag and found you, then I consider that a success.
Chicken!
Yeah. Your college teachers hated anime style? Aw, man. Look, draw what you want. Heck what people think. As long as you get better and you're satisfied yourself, then you can build upon what you've made, you know? Make it your own. Make it your own. Also, what is this? I already told you. It's a sketch of beauties. Admitting that Delicia's a beauty. Although we don't know how old she is. That's just a testament to how well she keeps herself. But just to be clear, the beauties only refers to Justy and Katie. Larry, what's wrong with Delicia? That other plump lady has nothing to do with that. No, don't be embarrassed. I know why you drew her. Then why'd you draw her on the same page? Well, I was taking a break from my still life paintings when those beauties caught my eye. I guess I just drew them on the same page without thinking. Larry, come on, man. That's just messed up. So you're saying that the pictures on this page were each drawn separately? Huh? Oh yeah, I may have drawn them at separate times. By the way, there's a drawing of the beautiful little Miss K on another page. Wow, beautiful, huh? Thanks. Larry, you drew this exactly as you saw it, correct? Well, yeah. Even I can't draw what I can't see. Larry, artists do that all the time, though. I'm getting to see, as good as he is, I'm beginning to see some limitations to his artwork. No imagination. Yeah, no imagination. How many brain cells do you think Larry and Harry share? Who's Harry? Harry Butts? I am the only one in the chicken tag right now. Perfect. Don't worry, I'm sure that people will catch on. I created the scene perfectly, even the delicate shades. I'm actually surprised that the Twitch channel Art Chicken Life isn't in the chicken tag. I guess they haven't updated yet. Delicate shades, huh? I don't want to admit it, but this picture might be of help to the investigation. The contents of this sketch and the service card in the fountain patio. It seems there's a contradiction between the two. The fact that the service card just has candy instead of tea? I'll need to expose this contradiction using my powers of deduction. Could I borrow this sketch for a while? Sure, I can even sign it for you if you like. I think I'll pass. I already have one of your signatures. Ow. Thanks for the toast, shark. Sketch of beauties data jotted in my organizer. Do I have a Discord? Yeah, Blurpy Jason. I usually only post the link at the end of my stream, so if you can stick around until then, it'll definitely show up when I post my links with the end command. Just to make sure that people don't steal it and do anything untoward with it. But you know what? Yeah, I can just put it out right now. Just promise to behave. Here, Larry, I'm a prosecutor. Why do you carry that badge around with you if you're not gonna wear it? It's proof of my profession as a prosecutor, that is. Huh. But if you get tied down to it like that, you won't be able to do your job properly. I suppose so. It's not your job that matters. It's what you do that counts. Look at me, for example. I'm constantly changing jobs. Yet have I changed as a person? You know what, Larry? I can honestly say no. You're certainly still as annoying as always. You haven't changed either. You're always complaining about me. Only when you're around, Larry. Only when you're around. Harry from Custom Robo, your coworker and best friend, but he flirts with practically every pretty girl you meet. Why is that such a trope? Why is that such a trope of the 90s and early 2000s, huh? Like, what? I thought that was just an anime thing, but I feel like they've died down on that for a bit. Like, between Brock and now Larry and other games. Train is here. You're waiting for a train blade? Don't miss it. For sure. I feel that your conduct thus far has been clearly out of line. Nah, it's just been on my own line. I will make sure to bring this matter up to the PIC. Do whatever you want.
But in return, we're gonna be doing whatever we want as well.
If I remember correctly, you're the little Miss Great Thief. I will have to report your misconduct to the PIC as well, young lady. Yeah, put it on a permanent record. We're not in school.
Sure, since it will only serve to increase my fame as the Great Thief. Oh no, I dropped my water bottle.
It went rolling away.
Oh!
It seems even Judge Courtney is unable to get a handle on Kay. You have no power here. Sorry, Judge Courtney. We're not in a courtroom. Diplomatic immunity. Can they even do that to Kay? Probably. It's just that, like, does she even care? She'll just be off grid. She's a thief. Mr. DeBest, you're getting a bit in my way if you stand here.
I'm not going to move. Just do what you can over there. Don't say that. It's probably the best if you just stand over there.
Yeah, the best, you say?
Okay, I'll go stand over there.
So anything is fine as long as you add the best to it? But you're not doing it, though. I like it. I want to look up what the best's name is in Japanese. I think I already have heard it, but I forgot. I don't want to look it up right now because I'm just being careful. It's happened where, like, I'm playing something like Danganronpa. I Google a character's name once, and then it spoils everything. Like, oh, this person does that. I never would have guessed. Picks up the best and moves him out of the way. Blade caught his train, loose signal. That's fair enough, Blade. It looks like this elevator is for authorized personnel only.
What do you think is on the second floor?
I heard it's the infirmary. So that's where that is. Mr. Gustavia should be there right now, receiving medical treatment. From who? Catherine and Delicia are both right here.
I sure hope he's okay. We'll need to talk to him once he regains consciousness.
There's nothing we can do until he recovers. For now, we should find something else to do. Alright, let's go to the fountain. It appears the body's already been recovered by the police. Oh, I already read this one. Can you tell me what shows or programs you have voiceovered? Well, I'm not a professional voice actor, unfortunately. I have done work for some fan games and mods. Not really much is out there, though. Right now, I'm doing some work for a mod for Hat in Time. There's a certain mod that got pretty popular with Ace Attorney and Danganronpa fans. It's just a Hat in Time Danganronpa kind of thing. I'm not in the first few chapters of it, but then the creator saw me stream them at some point, and then asked me to be one of the voices in it. So I voice the Ka agents. If you ever played Hat in Time, they're basically like government men, but they're crows, and they go like, "What is your favorite color?" You have to know the game for that to make sense. And lately I've been doing some... He's made a spin-off where there's a bunch of other video game characters doing Danganronpa trials, and I'm Crash Bandicoot in that. Yeah, you know, Crash Bandicoot. Whoa!
sculptures of a man with the face of a moon and a woman with the face of a sun. The man looks kind of gloomy though. Were these also made by Pierre Hoquet?
Yes, it seems he made these in his youth, when he was enthralled with the stars. The piece likens the relationship between the moon and the sun to something closer to home. The piece is entitled, My Parents.
I think we know who wore the pants in that marriage.
That's interesting, they actually know. Yumihiko Ichiyanagi. Oh yeah, that's the one. So, I guess the pun would be Ichi, so he always wants things to be number one. Man, with that kind of pun, I would have bet his name would be Yumihiko Ichiban. Ichiban Kasuga! My voice is cool. Well, thank you, Blurpy. Hoping to hear me in shows. I'm getting there. I haven't, officially auditioned. I have a full-time job, but I could. Especially since a lot of voiceover jobs are in Los Angeles. Although I hear from the industry that those are kind of dwindling. Maybe. Yeah, it's funny, I was just at a convention this past weekend, and a lot of my favorite voice actors were paneling for stuff, like Keiji Tang, who does a lot of anime voiceover work. I think most recently he might have been in Chainsaw Man? I'm not sure. He was paneling for something like that. I don't remember what, I'm sorry. I didn't actually see the panel though, because I just missed the timing, unfortunately. But I kind of wish I could have seen him. He voices some of my favorite video game characters too, like Ichiban Kasuga in Yakuza Like a Dragon, and the Yakuza gun salesman in Persona 5. He's a good boy. Alright, I've read this already. Anything else? Yumi means bow as in the weapon. Oh, interesting. I wonder, does Sebastian have any sort of weapon pun in it to kind of coincide? Maybe like Bastion? It's a picture of it's a statue of a brave warrior fighting a snake. Was this also made by Pierre Hoquet? It appears to be one of his early works when he was enamored with fantasy and myths. The statue represents his heroic resolution to oppose hopeless difficulties in his youth. The title is The Math Test. Dude made this in grade school! I know the feeling all too well. Kay, you're in grade school! They're statues of a couple of Roman costume. Centurions? Are these by Pierre Hoquet too? I think these were made in the middle years of his life, at the height of his fame. He modeled them after the Roman gods, at the request of his beloved wife. The piece is entitled, Venus, the Goddess of Beauty, and Her Manservant. Manservant? I think it's obvious who wore the pants in that relationship. Yeah, pants. I'm missing something. I think at this point all I can do is logic. The kanji means bow, as in the weapon. Parallels Edgeworth's name. Oh yeah, right! Mitsurugi, because he's like an actual edge of a sword. The full name creates the expression, pulling a bow without an arrow. Ichiya Naki Yumi wo Hiku, which accurately describes the quality of his deductions. That is a freaking cool pun. Holy crap. That's the kind of stuff that only really works in Japanese, unfortunately. Pots were switched, different tea. Blurpy's gotta bounce. No problem, Blurpy. Thanks for coming on by. Glad to meet you. Maybe the reason why the Ceylon tea smelled different was because the pots had been switched.
Huh? Really?
The taste of the tea itself did not actually change after all. We just drank normalium. Oops. Let's go ask Miss Hall about it in more detail. Miss Hall, was the reason why the Ceylon tea smelled different because the pots were switched?
Yes, that's certainly possible.
It had a fresh, minty aroma, or not unlike that of uva tea. Uh-oh!
Ah, I remember now. I prepared some mint tea yesterday. I'm sure that the aroma just happened to remain in the teapot.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I believe it. Is that really all there is to it? Pot, minty. before you forget to ask, who was the corpse in the water? The corpse in the water was the corpse from 18 years ago. The body that Gregory Edgeworth never found. So somehow it survived these 18 years. I'm thinking frozen. Frozen for 18 years. There's no way it wouldn't have decomposed otherwise. A minty aroma was emanating from the pot Larry had replaced.
Miss Hall said the aroma was left over from the mint tea she prepared yesterday.
Indeed. She seemed less surprised to find out that Larry broke the teapot, and more surprised by the fact that the pots had been switched.
That's right. Normally it would have been the reverse. A broken teapot is much more shocking.
She was probably trying to hide the teapot.
Hide the pot?
One of the characteristics of Normalium is a minty aroma. There is a possibility that she was hiding Normalium inside this teapot.
What? Inside the pot?
It is only a possibility for now, but it is one worth investigating. And we just freaking drank it. Okay, none of us had better drink any Fatalium or else... Mr. DeBest, I assume you haven't found an Normalium yet?
Huh? Oh!
Where do they keep a frozen corpse? In the fountain, apparently? Or maybe in the Winter Palace.
I've had the entire art museum searched, but I haven't received any reports yet. And what about you? Don't you have any ideas?
Only one.
I knew it. Nobody but me would be able to find... Wait, what?
I would kindly suggest you don't put your hands in front of my face like that.
You have an idea where it is?
Indeed.
Tell me!
It may have been in this teapot that Miss Hall had used.
Ooh, this teapot's pretty nice. It would make the perfect present for the best prosecutor.
It's not a present. It's an important piece of evidence.
Oh, it's just evidence. Then I'll guess I'll have forensics take a look at it.
Remember, with this kind of person, you just have to make him think all my ideas are his ideas. Hide the pot? Taken out of contest? No problem, this is California. Japanifornia, something like that. It's maybe only half illegal.
Monsieur Edgeworth, is there something wrong with the teapot I used?
This teapot has a minty aroma to it. It is the same aroma as one of the two chemicals used to create the poison gas.
Monsieur Edgeworth, surely you don't mean... You suspect me of having set off the poison gas?
I do. Setting up the poison gas trap in the Autumn Palace would have required some preparation. As the curator of this museum, you're the only one who could have prepared it in advance.
I wonder about that. Preparations for the opening of the museum took about a week, and I received help from both outsiders and Madame Delicia. I think there are people besides me who are also suspicious.
Of course, Delicia is also under scrutiny.
Furthermore, I don't even know how to create something like poison gas. Even if you found Normalium in my teapot, there is no way I could have prepared the poison gas.
Oh.
Well then, I look forward to hearing the analysis results of the teapot.
Okay. And she immediately pieces out of there. I still don't know what to believe. If she's lying, she's really good at it. Her excuse is that she doesn't know how to prepare the poison gas. But she's friends with a pharmacist, Delicious Scones, who deals with that kind of stuff on a daily basis. I X'd it out. I must find a way to shatter that excuse. I can't wait for someone to, take a picture of that dialogue, but mid Edgeworth completing the sentence, so it's like, I must find a way to shat. I must find a chicken. There it is. Hello, this is Edgeworth.
It's Gumshoe, sir.
Did something happen?
Actually, right now, all the investigators but me have left the Winter Palace. So I can finally tell you what we found.
It's not good for a detective to be leaking out information about the investigation. Boss. His resourcefulness has saved me many times these past few days.
All the sculptures in the Winter Palace have melted. There's still some liquid left in the cases, but there's less in the Gemini case than the Taurus case.
Less in the Gemini case. still liquid in the glass cases?
Yes, sir. We just investigated the light blue liquid a moment ago. We only detected sugar in the Taurus case, but Fatalium! Fatalium! For some reason, in the Gemini case, we detected 3 different substances.
3 substances?
Metal Gear, questions? They consisted of sugar, salt, and blood.
Salt, like the heart.
Blood?
Blood?
Blood and salt were detected in the Gemini case? I wonder whose blood it could have been. I used forensics to look into it, sir.
Right. Now I leave it to you, Detective.
That reminds me. The forensics investigating the fountain patio contacted me. It seems the sugar found in the fountain matches that found in the light blue liquid.
Oh? That sounds like valuable information.
And Gumshoe, how did you find out that it was sugar without a forensics test?
What do you mean, sir?
I totally had forensics tested out.
Not in that short amount of time. Don't tell me you licked it.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I was just hungry and I haven't had sherbet in a couple of years. My pain doesn't let me have desserts.
It's alright, Gumshoe. Look, just don't eat any more evidence and I'll treat you to ice cream later.
Would you do that for me, pal? Would you do that, Mr. Edgeworth?
Sure, absolutely. I'll have Larry pay for it.
Yippee!
Maybe the body was rolled in salt to preserve it? Maybe. Now that we know about the salt, it was just naturally that salty. He used to play League of Legends.
Oh, that sounds like valuable information.
Liquid analysis results jotted down. Gummy needs some gummy bears. The sugar-free kind that act as laxatives.
Is that all the new information you have for me?
Dang, now that you mention it, we found a rainbow light device in there too.
The device was used to disguise the Autumn Palace.
It seems the device was used in the IS-7 incident is also connected to this one. I should listen to what Delisha has to say about that.
I have to go back to investigating now, sir. When we get the results of the blood test, I'll let you know right away.
Yes. Thank you, Detective.
Gummy boy, you deserve a raise. I don't care what the prosecutors say. The man needs his ramen to be extra fancy. He needs an egg to crack in it. Was that Gummy calling? That sure was a long call. But thanks to him, we now have an important piece of information. Huh? In order to break Miss Hall's alibi, I'll need to talk to everyone involved in the IS-7 incident. Everyone? Like everyone? Oh boy, this is gonna take a while. Alright, well, Gustavia doesn't seem to have woken up at least. What is this car doing here? This lift trolley has just been left here. I wonder if it was used recently to carry something heavy. Is it wet? If it's wet, melted ice. Ah, yeah! The surface of the platform appears to be wet. I called it, dude! Yeah! And if you put a frozen body in the water fountain, then nobody's gonna bat an eye that it was wet. Because yeah, it's in the fountain. No, it was wet because it was frozen. I called it. Huh. I remember seeing this lift trolley someplace before. You mean during the IS-7 incident?
Oh, that's right. I remember now. It was in Dover's room.
Oh, we never really got to see that. Yeah, it's right there. What? Chocolate gummy? What chocolate gummy? I like some chocolate gummy. If I remember correctly, it was used to transport the ice sculptures. Throwing an entire frozen body in a fountain sounds hard. Well, if you just use the lift trolley and maybe, like, tilt it like a wheelbarrow. The lift trolley has a feature that allows you to adjust the height and angle of the platform. With just one of these, a single person can move the sculptures all by themselves. Huh. Okay. Wow, how convenient. I want one too. To carry treasure. Okay. Call this. Oh, sure, Brad.
Moshi Moshi, how you doing? Hi, Bradderfield, how you doing? Welcome on in.
What's up, Brad? Having a day today?
Welcome to Edgeworth's Adventures. Man, I wish you could be here to just be the voice of Edgeworth. Man, you did it so good when we played Ace Attorney that one time. Hope you've been doing okay, man. And hopefully the late night streams have been going well. I can't really make them since I'm trying to sleep earlier, but I try to pop in every now and then. Why is there a lift trolley here? I guess that's something we'll need to think about. Yes, it could be related to the case. Been a day. I feel you, man. Just, hopefully you can chill out and relax all cool while we shoot some b-ball inside this hotel lobby. Chibi was asking Gummy if he wanted chocolate from the ship entry. Oh, chocolate from the... Okay. Well, that chocolate's also evidence, unfortunately. Body's been recovered. Bada, 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 bada. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to talk to everybody involved. Felicia, what up? Oh, a pretty good day. Well, that's pretty good. Felicia, would you be willing to aid in the investigation?
Yes, see? Of course. Anything for Miley and Kay-Faye.
Kay-Faye, I like that.
I'll listen to whatever you have to say.
I was wondering if you could stop calling me Miley. Calls to mind a certain Hannah of the Montana.
And stop calling me Kay-Faye.
Well, Kay-Faye's pretty good, though.
Faye! That's out of the question. I can't just change a name I've already decided on. Oh, even if we ask her, she won't listen to what we have to say at all.
Well, that's useful. Here, prosecutor's badge.
Oh, didn't Greggy have a different badge?
Yes, my father was a defense attorney, and I chose a different path than my father.
Ah, I see. So that's how it is. It can't be helped, eh? Since you're at that age. But when you get a bit bigger, I'm sure you'll understand that your father loved you.
Bigger? Edgeworth is like 27, ma'am.
Because everyone goes through the rebellious phase. There's no reason to be ashamed about it.
What? I didn't become a prosecutor because I was in the rebellious phase. It's not a phase, Mom. Could you imagine? Felicia was Edgeworth's mom this whole time. What? I'm gonna ask her about these 2 points, and then the sketch of beauties. The sketch of beauties, I can't believe that's an actual piece of evidence I have. Yeah. All the chocolate? Yes, Chibi, all the chocolate is evidence. I'm sorry. But we can, go to the store and buy some. Do you know anything about the decorations that are used in this museum? Specifically, the fluorescent cloths and special device called a rainbow light device?
Yes, see? Of course I do. Because they are presents that I gave to Katie. As an apology for breaking the rules 18 years ago. I gave her 4 new rock salt lamps and the 4 fluorescent cloths I used in the contest. Wow, that sounds nice. Fluorescent cloths and rock salt lamps. Ha ha ha! Seems like only us girls can understand how wonderful they are.
That's a cruel thing to say, Miss Delicious. I liked them too, you know.
Fie! That was back when Ray Ray was still a cute little boy. Back when Mr. Shields was a cute little boy? Huh. I can't even imagine it.
Oof. Big oof. I'm thinking about, I don't know, there was this, I don't know if it's controversy or more of a, evidence that the Sonic fandom can't agree on anything. But there was a point in the Sonic comics where, context, the comics just went through an arc where they all basically just survived a zombie apocalypse. And a character, is talking about how she lost people dear to her in the apocalypse. And Sonic's response is literally the phrase, big oof. Somehow, in ways that is both appropriate for Sonic, but totally inappropriate to the situation. And I absolutely think that was on purpose, because Sonic doesn't treat things the most seriously. But the people were arguing so much on Twitter, I'm like, does it matter that much? It sounds like a Sonic thing to do, absolutely. You're right. I think it makes sense. It's just, again, with Sonic's fandom, nobody can decide. Oh, you know what? There was a Sonic fan game that released yesterday, too. Sonic Omens. It looked pretty good from the trailer, but I saw some people talking about how it played, and like, yeah, they were ripping into it. I'm sure it's not terrible, but again, goes to show, even when the fans make the game, other fans will not agree with it. I don't know. I want to play it for myself now, though, since I've heard so many things about it. Again, talking about Sonic not being serious, there's a line in the trailer where he's like, oh, imagine Jason Griffith's voice, by the way. Jason Griffith, Sonic X Sonic. Consider this your bad omen! Yeah, no. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Are they the same decorations you saw 18 years ago? Probably. The rock salt lamp, the cloth, and the rainbow light device. They all seem the same. Ah, yes, the good old Hydroshiti pronunciation debate. Obviously, it's pronounced Hydroshiti. See, I'll just use the Japanese pronunciation and nobody will know. Hydro City, up there with Studio Polis. 4 fluorescent lights, cloths were used in the Awesome Palace, but I have the feeling that I saw one more of the same cloth.
It's true! Look, I've got the proof right here in my bag.
What is she searching for?
Not this either.
Oh, I remember seeing cloth like that recently. And I remember getting a raid from Kamen Rider OT. Kamen, how was Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon? Did it go well? Hope you had a good time. What's up, Brad? Welcome back with a kick. Kamen, hello. Welcome on in, everybody. Hope you had a good time. Thanks for shouting out Kamen Sprint. And everybody chilling out with some Ace Attorneys. Kamen is an affiliate friendo. Someone who started streaming not too long ago, but it does now feel like they've been streaming forever as well. Themed after none other than the tokusatsu hero, Steel Samurai. I mean, Kamen Rider himself. He's a good dude and a good chef. Y'all check him out. Let's show Delisha and have her confirm my suspicions. But first, okay, so one thing we have to present to her is the fluorescent cloth. But I also want to show her the picture of the beauties. That's probably involved because Larry's sketch shows that she's holding one of the cloths. I'd like to ask you something, since you're a pharmacist. Exactly how would one gain the knowledge required to set off poison gas?
Oh, that's basic knowledge for any pharmacist acquainted with Megatoxin X. It even says on the warning label, danger, do not mix with normalium.
Then, is there another way for someone who isn't a pharmacist to obtain the information? Well, the fact that the label says do not mix with normalium, though. Oh, dude, it reminds me of, like, the Prohibition era. Apparently, wine, like, it used to be that alcohol companies would sell, like, grapes. And they'd be like, whatever you do not ferment these grapes with the yeast and then do this and this and that in order to create wine, because wine is illegal. So don't do that. Like a sneaky freaking way to get around the prohibition, like, oh, we're not selling a winemaking kit. We're just selling grapes. That's it, just grapes. That's it, that's all. And we're telling them exactly what not to do. Stuff like that.
Oh, well, it might be possible if they've seen the Angel's recipe.
Wait, the Angel's recipe calls for mixing normalium and fatalium? Huh. The recipe book that was the grand prize of the contest 18 years ago.
Since it also contains the recipe to prepare Megatoxin X.
Really? Interesting. What else was in that book? Common says your Ubisoft games keep glitching. Oh no. Well, that kind of sucks. Then again, do I trust Ubisoft that much? Maybe that's why I just don't buy their games. Well, hopefully it'll work better next time, Common. Welcome on in, everybody, and hope you're having a good night. Yeah, directions not to follow. Bleach says don't mix ammonia and vice versa. That's also true. And that's literally because it makes poison gas, so real life example. Does this mean you've also seen the contents of the Angel's recipe?
Yeah, see? That's a given, of course. The pharmaceutical company I work for is the Master Group. It's the company that makes the Cold Killer X medicine.
Cold Killer X. Cold medicine that promises to kill colds good. Edgeworth, why are you thinking in advertisements? Is somebody paying you? Yes, he's got that little bit of ad revenue. Every time he thinks that, he gets 5 cents.
After Jeffy got declared guilty, the company took back the recipe book. However, only a small group of elite pharmacists have been allowed to see it though.
So this woman is also a part of that small group of elite pharmacists. Geez, the best. Haha. Alright now. I have evidence right here, Miss Delicia, that you are in fact a beauty.
This sketch? Is this the one called the Sketch of Beauties?
That's what the one who drew it called it. Although it seems you were excluded from it, I beg to differ.
Was that boy perhaps Larice? I'd love to chat with him one-on-one later.
Now hold on a minute. No, hold on. Don't expect anything out of that conversation, Delicia. Oh no, this is gonna go bad. It would be my pleasure to introduce you. Yeah, let's make it happen, Edgy.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're making an awfully evil face right now.
I think it's a perfectly cromulent face. Gloss. Mustard guest? No mustard. Sorry, the only mustard I want's on my hot dogs. What's up, Noam? Kyle, how you doing? Wasn't there a dirty rag in your bag that seemed similar to this?
Fine! I'm not going to give any information to someone who calls it a dirty rag.
Then, would it be better if I called it a washcloth? Okay, now you're just being mean, Edgeworth. You know what it is.
Fine! Wrong again! It's a fluorescent cloth! Oopsie. That was supposed to be a secret.
Haha! Edgeworth 5 steps ahead, biggest brain. Please, tell me all you know about this fluorescent cloth. Haha, you cannot hide it anymore. Oops. We present a little mischief of on here.
What if I fall and do myself a mischief?
Please tell me the reason why you hid this cloth. Kyle's doing good, not making any sort of spicy seasoning in gas form, that's for sure. Yeah, okay, as long as you're not doing that, Kyle. Promise me, wink, wink. Promise me you're not, recreating the evidence in the case.
Ooh, I guess I have no choice, since the cat's out of the bag. I found this cloth floating in the fountain. And right after that, I was called to the Autumn Palace.
So that's the moment Larry captured in his so-called sketch of beauties.
At first, I thought one of the fluorescent cloths I'd given Katie had washed away.
But didn't you only give 4 fluorescent cloths as a present to this museum?
There were 4 fluorescent cloths covering the sculptures in the Autumn Palace, right? So that's when I realized that this was the cloth that went missing 18 years ago.
Missing along with the body?
The poison gas broke out because someone had stolen my Megatoxin X. So I thought the fluorescent cloth had also been used for the crime. I was afraid I'd be suspected, so I didn't say anything about it to anyone.
I see. Definitely a lot of that in investigations. If everyone would just be truthful, I promise, Edgeworth will find you not guilty if you're not guilty. Okay? Let me take a sip of water. I'm getting stuffy again. Nothing like a tall glass of water, baby. Tall glass of water like the beauties.
But I sure feel a lot better after talking about it. Stress isn't good for your figure, after all.
18 years ago, the cloth that was wrapped around the body went missing. Who would have thought it would turn up in the fountain along with the body? Dee-ba-da-doo. Oh, you know what? Now that I look more closely at this chocolate picture, yeah, the body was exactly as it was 18 years ago in the fountain. Huh. Well, that's all the questions I have. Thank you for your time. That's pretty productive, actually. I like it. Sir, would you like to get off of the fountain?
We've recovered the victim's body. Forensics are currently performing the autopsy.
And what of the investigation of the fountain?
The fountain is completely clear. You can cleanse both your heart and soul with it.
Cleanse your heart and soul? What, like the little fountains they have at shrines in Japan? Yeah, they have this thing where it's like a little like running water fountain, and there's like a ladle in it, and what you're supposed to do is do some sort of ritual, like praying at it, drinking a little bit of the fountain water, stuff like that. I probably don't want to drink any of that fountain water. Like, I know it's tradition. I decided not to do that. Danny? Is that a Danny Ray Daniel Levy? I've never known you to stream this early. I hope everything's going well, Danny. Welcome on in, everybody. I know Danny through the Obes Connoisseur circle of friends for a long time now on Twitch. Hope you've been doing well. Yeah, welcome on in, Sweet Potato. Welcome on in, Benito Burrito. Oh, I've seen you around. Ruby Cats, welcome, welcome. Here, weird. For some reason, the shout-out's not working like it used to. Let me give you a shout-out. Ooh, how was the Mario Kart? Were you playing the new tracks? I hear they're pretty good. They had Waluigi Pinball. It no longer has, like, the ominous Luigi statue, and it's now a cardboard cutout. Cardboard cutout's pretty good, though. You can't deny it. Wah! You've also never known yourself to stream this early. Well, welcome on in, everybody. I'm a chicken. I play Nintendo games sometimes. Right now, I'm playing a Capcom game. Never came out in America, but this is a fan translation. So sit tight and get cozy with the story time, and hope y'all can follow along. If you don't want spoilers for this game, since it technically never came out in America, feel free to drop on out, but last call before I give the summary. Basically, a crime from 18 years ago went unsolved. Wow, an Ace Attorney, big surprise, right? But for Edgeworth, it's a bit of a special crime. It's a case that involves his father. So, what Luigi statue? Waluigi statue. But yeah, it involves his father and the last case he ever had. So, is it up to Edgeworth? Is it up to Edgeworth to solve the mystery of 18 years ago? To follow in both his father and Phoenix Wright's footsteps with DL6, maybe? I bet. So here's the thing. We just found the body from 18 years ago in the fountain, intact as the day it was killed. So what up with that, yo? What preserved it? We have to figure it out. A body was floating in this fountain just a moment ago, though. Who knows what disease it was carrying? Oh, sorry. There we go. But yeah, we're talking with everyone who happened to be involved with that case 18 years ago. They're still around. Some of them have definitely grown up. Present you tea? I don't know a whole lot about the case. Ding. Alright. But yeah, hope everyone had a fun time over at the Danny stream. Welcome on in, chillin' out. Never played these games, but I've watched them. Yeah! Honestly, if you've watched them, you've basically played them. Oh, here we go. I'm showing people evidence of stuff from before to see if they know anything about 18 years ago. I mean, I don't remember 18 years ago. Do you guys? Yeah, no. I love these games. I'm a big fan of Ace Attorney. I actually recently went to a convention that, where I was able to buy Ace Attorney pins and keychains. I'll just show them really quick. Just really quick. So there was somebody selling great Ace Attorney pins, and then that's a VTuber. That's one of the keychains I bought with Lupin III. And then this was my haul for everything else. There was like somebody was selling pins of all the main characters from Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice, all the ones, and all the other good stuff that you gotta get. You know, the popular animes of today, Dragon Quest. It's a fun little time. I was at Crunchyroll Expo this last weekend. I'm glad. I'm glad that Ace Attorney is bringing itself back to the forefront of people's attention with the release of the trilogy and whatnot. I'm ever hopeful that Capcom will make a new game. Yeah, Gargura. That's not. Crunchyroll Expo had this whole thing with HoloLive, so you could have actually met her, but I did not. Yeah. So anyway, Apparently, this lift trolley was here 18 years ago. Mother Gamer, what's up? That's why Daddy sounds like Manok. What's up, Mother Gamer? Welcome on in. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, Mother Gamer, I'm happy to report that I'm finally streaming with the Filipino tag full time now since they increased the amount of tags we get. Finally, I usually only put that on when like I don't have any other tags to put on, but 5 is just definitely not enough. Yeah, you know, representing. Welcome on in. We're playing Ace Attorney.
Yes, it has allowed me to move various things from other rooms into this one. It was intended to carry heavy objects, but it has been quite useful for all sorts of things.
I'm curious as to why the top of the lift trolley was wet when we examined it. That lift trolley. I wonder if it was used to move something that made it wet.
Like a baudet? Beauties.
My, is this me?
Yes, it's a sketch done by our pseudo-artist over there. Pseudo-artist with a pseudonym.
This sketch is really well done. Are you giving it to me as a commemoration gift?
I'm sorry, it's evidence. No! For the time being, this is a valuable piece of evidence.
I see. Too bad.
To garner such a response from the museum curator. That man has some unexpected talent.
Unexpected for you. Like, honestly, when Larry puts his mind to it, he can do a lot of things. It's just that his motivation is usually specifically women. Specifically. The other amount of tags? Yeah, they've been rolling it out all day. Supposedly, by end of day today, everyone should have it. Let me just go through all the evidence just in case, so I don't miss anything. Yeah, but, I have it for sure. I know, like, since last night, 33% of all streamers had it. So, we'll see. We'll see how far they are. Didn't even realize we only got 5 tags. Hey, tags are important. Oh, hello. Yeah, look, the angel recipe. Ding! What kind of methods for medicine preparation are described in the angel's recipe?
It contains many ways of preparation, so I can't explain them all in such a short time. Although if you really want to know, I can tell you. It will take about 2 hours, though. I can tell you every one of them while matching the melody. Let's start my explanation.
What should we do? Listen to all of it? No, that won't be necessary. You love the chicken tag. Ah, you noticed. Thank you. The first time I get to stream with it. Apparently, I'm the only one streaming with that tag, but let's see. Let's see. Maybe our chicken life will catch on. I'm glad to be the first, though. Poison gas. Tags are important, just don't know what you should be using. I mean, one of the reasons they upped the count was just for identity tags. So, like, you know, whether or not you're part of any specific identity, or even if you just want to put, like, the fact that you maybe live in America or something like that. Like, maybe it could be useful. Da 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 da. Love our chicken life. Very nice to fall asleep to. Yeah, I don't really watch them because, you know, that's already my life. But I've been known to peruse every now and then. Get gifted subs to it sometimes from friends of the Zalfira Let's Play J community. And they do have pretty good emotes.
That's a special fluorescent cloth I received from Madame Delicia.
Could you tell me how many clothes she gave you?
There were 4.
The Autumn Palace also had 4 fluorescent cloths, but I feel like I saw one more. It seems she is hiding something.
Not really hiding as much as didn't know about it. Or hid the body. Hop on the space tag. Yeah, you know, like if you have a theme to your channel, like the theme might be enough. Alright, I'm going to hear a bell a lot more times, and I feel like somebody's Freudian hypnosis is going to trigger. What is a great actress like you doing as a curator of an art gallery?
Deep down, I don't think there is much of a difference. Films, musicals, sweets, singing, sculptures, it's all the same. At the end of the day, all artists are striving for the same goal, to move the human heart.
Is Larry striving for that too?
Of course not. He's not an artist. He's Larry.
Ouch. Big oof. Or like, yeah, VTuber tag. Or Ian VTuber? Something like that. Turtles and Chill. Is that a turtle channel? I should check that out someday. But yeah. I've been thinking about it, like, now that I get more tags. The Ian VTuber tag for English VTubers. I could add it, but I feel like using an actual VTuber tag comes with expectations. Comes with expectations of what, like, kind of community and what kind of content you provide. And I know I could use it, but I feel like maybe I don't want to put that tag on. I feel like I'd be lying, like, false advertising if I put it on. Mr. the Best, you're getting a bit in my way if you stand here. Oh, now it'd be the best if you stand over there. What's up, Justine? Oh, not you. I feel that you're okay. Well, we need to talk to everyone involved with 18 years ago. Ray was involved, actually. Let's talk to him. Alright, dude. Catherine Hall, spill the beans. Mr. Shields, could you tell me what kind of person Miss Hall is? Huh? Miles, don't tell me. Don't tell me you've fallen in love with her. You're also interested in Katie? Oh! No. Edward, don't swing that way, apparently. Well, all joking aside, all Uncle Ray can say is, the Kate I know is a truly admirable woman. For 18 years, she has always wanted to remain here and wait for Master's return. However, she was driven out of the mansion by Master's relatives.
What? She was driven out of the mansion?
So what's she doing here now? That's because Kate isn't related by blood to Mr. Master. With no family and her job taken from her, she could only live on with a song and dance that Mr. Master had taught her. Well, she's now retired as a world-famous actress, though. Why did she retire? Because she had already saved up enough money to buy this mansion. It seems she even got back the angel's recipe that had been taken from by the Master Group. Oh, that's actually admirable. See, this is why I'm conflicted internally. Edward suspects Kate of having conducted the poisoning, but everything else she does, it's out of a deep admiration for Mr. Master. So, at least that's what she says and what everybody else believes. Unless she's like, I don't even want to say it, but maybe she's like a scumbag that wanted to get the mansion back to get the recipe and sell it on the market and sell the patent. I don't know. I just don't believe it. I don't see the motivation. That's the problem. This mansion, where she lived with Mr. Master, had been everything to her. She probably just wanted to take back everything that she lost. It seems that Mr. Shields sympathizes with Miss Hall, but you could also say that her actions have taken away everything Mr. Master had. In a way, that's true. I blame the best. Edward swings from one thing: justice. It's funny, when I was streaming Ace Attorney Investigations 1, I had it in my mind, like, well, because I hadn't played the original Ace Attorney trilogy in so long, I had it in my mind that, Edgeworth, he's probably just, most likely asexual. He's married to his job, and he's just focused on doing it the best he can. Ow, thank you. But here's the thing. And it's not just the amount of Ace Attorney fan content I've been consuming. The more I watch people play Ace Attorney 1, because I have seen some people do that at least recently, and the more I now play Ace Attorney Investigations 1 and 2, like, oh, no, yeah, I see it. I see it. It's all there. It's at the very least funny to think about. Look, there's a line in Ace Attorney 1 where, like, where he's on the airplane, right? And he's investigating the areas that the staff have access to. There's one part where there's like he's in front of the door to the ladies' dressing room,
where Cammy Neal and other stewardess. Man, I forgot her name. I'm sorry. Where they, you know, get ready and stuff. And it's something along the lines of, the stench of perfume wafts through the air. Not that I have any interest of what lies beyond this door. Something like that, like, Anyway, I never would have imagined that you'd end up being a prosecutor. I'm sorry? No, I'm not blaming you. You have your own reasons behind it as well, right? But standing in the courtroom as a prosecutor isn't the same as doing it as a defense attorney. It's something I would like you to experience just once, as a defense attorney. There was actually a time where I stood in the courtroom as a defense attorney. The judge was Canadian. It was really weird. It definitely didn't feel bad at all. If only Ray knew. This, eh? This evidence holds the so-called key to the case, right? It's possible. Yep, then hold on to it closely. Hurry, put it away. He doesn't think much about this. More like he just has no idea. Yeah, put an entire trolley away, I bet. Ro de Janeiro, thank you, Ro, that's the one. Yeah, that one's a little harder to remember than Cammy Meal. Miles being ace would fit. Yeah, he is the ace attorney, isn't it? I think I made that exact joke last time, too. Come on, Ray. Come on, Ray. We need more evidence. Oh, this one for sure takes me back. Wait, what did I show him? Assault? If you've noticed anything strange about it, I'd like you to tell me. I've been thinking about this case for the past 18 years. I don't think I'm going to conveniently notice something strange all of a sudden. But you might be able to, Miles. He's got a new set of eyes. You're talking all cool, but you pretty much have nothing to say, right? Did you notice? It seems a lot has come to nothing. I mean, as a senior software engineer, I have my own ways of saying, yeah, I have no idea. But I can, you know, advise on some next steps. Miku just got a job? Congratulations! Hopefully you didn't have to apply too much. That's great! I know you've been, you know, dealing with that stuff and looking. You gotta tell me all about it later. I'm excited. Is it another baking job? You don't have to tell me here, but I want to know. It's called the Angel's Recipe because it contains the recipes for many miraculous medicines. Is there any medicine in particular that you're interested in? Uncle Ray? Not really. How about Kay? Don't lie, Ray. You know you want a love potion. I'd love a medicine that makes me a genius, or turn invisible, or gave me the ability to fly. Maybe all at once. Aren't those just like Splatfest things from Splatoon? Aren't you expecting a little too much from a medicine? Now I'm thinking of that episode of was it Close Enough? Yeah, Close Enough. Where Bridget gets the medicine that makes her smart and it makes her brain giant. That's a weird episode. Do I have any launch to put together? Kay is smart and looking for superpowers. Contained in the book. Oh, I forgot this was a logic. All right, brain cell rubbing time. Wonderful. Ellie says, "Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. When it comes to Ace Attorney investigations, it's more like I just want to be thorough because I know if I try to connect the logic points before I have everything, it's gonna be like, well, am I doing it wrong or do I just not have the right things? I just make sure that I have all the things first. It's a little bit about the design of investigations that I don't hate. It's just different. Normally in Ace Attorney, when you have everything you need, the game tells you like immediately. Here it's like you just kind of have to get the feeling that you're out of stuff. The method used to set off the poison gas is explained in the Angel's Recipe. And the current owner of the Angel's Recipe is Miss Hole. Ah, so that means... Indeed, it means that it's possible she knew how to set off the poison gas.
With this, we can expose her lies for what they are.
Really thinking she's a meanie, huh? Well, I guess I have to believe it. I hate it, but I have to believe it. Hungry making a sandwich. Get some good sandwich, Mother Gamer. Present. I know this has a check mark on it, but I'm gonna talk to her about it again. Because last time we talked to her, Edgeworth had a little bit like, oh, I don't have evidence. But maybe he does now? Oh, not yet. Nani? The Angel's Recipe Book? Ba 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 ba. Don't worry, I'm just gonna... It's just a matter of talking enough to everybody. Maybe somebody from 18 years ago has something to say. Delicia?
Granddad.
Otherwise, you know, I'll fall back to the regular Ace Attorney, present everything to everyone. It's fine. I'm used to it.
Dabba-dabba-dee-boo.
Skibidi-dabba-da-boo. Ah, they're just so beautiful! Katie and Justy! So which one's your type, Laurice? Well, both of them are my type. Yeah, and of course you too, Kate.
No, Larry, down, boy. So, anyone's your type as long as they're female?
It's not like that at all. Even I have standards. Like that pink lady I drew in my sketch. She's way too old for me.
Oh, now you consider age, Larry, huh? When they're too old, you consider age, huh? This man, you could tell Delicious age with just a single look? Okay, let's not talk about that. Not too late to blame it on Larry. Already are.
Ah, here's the title of my next picture book. Justy's Gabbling Gavel Gala. I'm sure the sales will rival even Francie's Whippity Whip trip.
Larry, would you just look at the evidence for a second?
Huh? What do you want?
Am I invisible to him or something? No. Just like Shaggy in Multiverses, he armored right through my evidence.
Ba-ba-doo, ba-ba-doo, ba-ba-doo.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to ask this, Super Ellie Galaxy, if you could just answer with a yes or no. Is what I need to do right now just present a right piece of evidence to a right person? If so, I'm fine with just stumbling upon it, because that's how you do Ace Attorney.
Boy, that thing you got there is rather cute, Miley. But the color is rather unappealing. Now if I were to coat it with fresh cream...
Stop it! Edward is just getting nothing out of everybody. Oh no? Okay. Okay, then question. Do I have to look at something specific, just in the room?
There's a fir tree in front of this door.
But that door leads to the Autumn Palace. Fir trees are winter trees, so this must have been placed here as a red herring. Alright, just look at things. Alright, then I will continue.
Well then, why don't we all paint it an autumn red?
Okay, fir trees are green all year round. I was gonna say they're evergreen.
I knew that.
It's okay. We live in California, we're not used to trees that aren't green all year round. The only trees we know are palm trees. Beverly Hills.
That's where I wanna be.
There's a maple tree in front of this door.
But that door leads to the Winter Palace. Maple trees are autumn trees, so this must have been placed here as a red herring.
Well then, how about we freeze it to make it look like a maple tree in the winter?
Please don't complicate matters any further. Trophies? Nope. Eddie's gonna need a big cup of tea after this. And definitely not a cup of tea laced with normalium this time. Sunflowers. No, I want to look at the sunflowers.
There's a vase of sunflowers in front of this door.
Probably because this is the Summer Palace.
You know, speaking of summer, it's bonus season.
bonus?
Fat wallet stuffed with cash, which means it's also thieving season.
As a great thief, don't you think pickpocketing is a little beneath you?
Oh, I guess so.
Ha! From once, Edgeworth defeated Kay's argument with thief logic. And pride. You know what? I bet that has something to do with, how in Persona 4, I remember one of the teachers gives you a lecture on, like, oh, by the way, this season is also named so-and-so because it's the season where us teachers get bonuses in our pay, something. And then it actually ends up being on the test. Freaking, what curriculum is this? I mean, Inaba is a small town in Persona 4. It kind of makes sense. They just do whatever.
There's a vase of tulips out in front of the store.
Probably because this is the Spring Palace.
You know, speaking of spring, it's the moving season.
I thought it was the Fat Wallet season.
People who have just moved always let their guard down, so it's also thieving season.
As a great thief, don't you think burglary is a little beneath you?
Oh, you're right.
Everything is beneath you. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, hello. Oh, that's right. The cloth. I'm sorry. The table here had a deduce. Hold on, not here. Not here. I want to look at something specific. Wait a minute. What is this? There's a container with Ceylon tea leaves in it. To prevent exposure to sunlight and moisture, the container is airtight and made of tin. This should help preserve the quality of the tea leaves. KB, like, every season is thieving season. Maybe the SoCal peeps are used to not evergreens, but Sprint is used to redwoods. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, you know, I've been to the national parks that have the giant redwoods. They are huge. They're so big that in order for the path that the cars drive through to work, they had to cut a hole in one of the trees. And the tree's alive, by the way. It's just like they had to bore through like the center part of it so the cars can drive through. And then there's another tree that's like felled, and they had to bore through the tree like lengthwise for you to drive through it. It's really cool, actually. There's not a single stain on this pure white tablecloth.
Take hold of the edge and focus your mind. Then in one go, pull!
Don't do that. This ain't no magic trick. Okay, I hope you're not planning on doing anything bad.
No, don't worry. Even if I fail, the tablecloth would just be dyed a nice black a la tea.
The tablecloth looks better white. Please refrain from changing it.
I wonder about that. It might look better in another color, like pink or blue. Or tea.
So cool. Yeah, I forget which park had it. But you know, if you're ever in California, Ruby Cats enjoy the lurk. There's not a single. Okay. Let's look at these Mario coins over here. I know those are the dishes. Oh, not that. Tea-colored cloth. Here's one of my suspicions. Since Fatalium is white, if it ever got stained onto the tablecloth, nobody would ever be able to tell. So maybe it is stained. The teapot is shaped like the moon, while the teacups are shaped like stars. We've had Ceylon tea with this tea set just now, but for some reason I thought it smelled different from the one we had this morning. There must be some reason behind this strange feeling. I know it's the tea. I just need to make sure I'm not missing anything. You would love Mario coin plates. I'm surprised they're not a thing yet. Okay, let's think this through. Teapot. Made by Pierre Hoquet, Isaac Dover. Here's one thing I'm thinking. If the pots were switched, maybe this one is different?
Look, there's a mark engraved on the bottom. It says PH.
That's because this teapot was created by the sculptor, Pierre Hoquet. As the creator, he would engrave his initials onto his works.
Yeah, but wasn't his real name Isaac Dover?
In a way, you could think the I was sideways and the D was lowercase and upside down, maybe? Something about that. Okay. Yes, apparently the victim of the IS-7 incident created this piece. Though I'm left to wonder, are all the works in the Zodiac Art Gallery his creations? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. What else do we got in this inventory? Oh, wait. We saw this earlier. Somebody made somebody made a comment that it was weird that the sketch, which supposedly is everything that Larry saw, showed candy on the cart instead of tea? Yeah, okay, present this. No? Okay. This book contradicts the evidence.
Really? I don't see it. Why don't you relax and have another cup of tea? That'll help you get it together.
Wah. Upon relaxing and reflecting, it seems I was mistaken. Miss Holt was using this white service cart. However, why do I feel like something is amiss? I should look over my evidence again. Am I not deducing a correct part of it? You're hearing my inner and outer monologue. Larry, there's something I want to ask you about your sketch. Why there do be candy on here, though? There'd be no be candy on this. There do be no candy on this card.
Huh? You want to lecture on sketching from the famed Professor Laurice, do ya?
No. I just need to ask you something. The tablecloth in your sketch. Are you sure? I see. I see why you guys were saying it's hard for me specifically to get this. Thank you for remembering, actually. Thank you for remembering, actually. I somehow stumbled upon it, like, through other logic. But hey, maybe that's their, like... Yeah, like, to me, it's like... To me, it's like, yeah, you know, it's artistic liberty. He didn't want to draw exactly white on a white picture canvas, but... Oh, okay. I think the candy on it was another, like, way. The tablecloth in your sketch, are you sure it was...
Yeah, my eyes never fail me.
But the one on the service card here is white, isn't it? Azura, nice sixth. How you doing?
Dude, you're always so busy thinking with just your head that you miss the obvious.
What's with that look on your face?
When I drew that painting, I was using the card with the tea set on it, remember? Because I was tidying up the broken pottery shards.
That's not something to be proud of.
And right then, Katie came out of the Winter Palace. I had to hurry and hide the broken teapot so that she wouldn't notice it.
So you pushed the cart onto it? Oh. I like how in the flashback, the cart is the only thing with color. Wait, so is this the service cart? That's this cart. Did you just say Miss Holt came out of the Winter Palace? Out of the... Oh.
That's right. But this time she was pushing another service cart. And the tablecloth was light blue, just like how I drew it.
What did she do with that service cart?
Beats me. She went into the Summer Palace with it, so I don't know.
Summer Palace? Summer Palace? Is that where she dumped the body? What?
And when she came out, she was pushing the lift trolley.
The lift trolley?
When I called out to her, she was so surprised that she just left it there. She's so cute when she's shy.
a second service cart, and a lift trolley.
Maybe there were 2 tea sets along with 2 service carts.
We'll have to verify it with Miss Hall.
Man, why would you make them so exact and yet
The one thing, tablecloth different.
what, you couldn't find 2 white cloths?
You get the hints and context now that you know the answer. It was frustrating before. I think it was... honestly, I think the pieces were there. It's just when I'm streaming this game and I'm, you know, hopping back and forth mentally from welcoming people coming in on raids and whatnot, and, you know, just talking about random things. Sometimes I forget hints that they do drop. I did specifically remember. I pointed it out to myself that the cart that Miss Hall was pushing was one with candy on it and not one with tea on it. I just didn't notice the color at all. Anyway, 2 service carts. Thanks for the alert, Danny, and thanks for that raid. I gotta hang out later. It's just that your stream times are never when I am able to hang out, you know? Hope you've been doing well and have a good one. Is it true you keep 2 service carts on the premises?
Yes! Is there something wrong?
Earlier, I was looking at one of the sketches from that so-called artist, and... Would you stop, man? He is an artist. I noticed that he had drawn the cart's tablecloth light blue.
Light blue? Are you sure you weren't mistaken, monsieur? I only ever use tablecloths that are pure white.
Was it dyed? Oh, it was dyed with the sherbet!
That's true. The tablecloth here doesn't have a single spot on it. Yes, that's because...
Oh yeah, oh, sorry. I get confused when it switches between Kay and Kate.
Yes, that's because I always change them immediately whenever they get dirty.
Did Larry really get the color wrong then? What were you doing when the sketch was drawn?
At that time, I was just doing my job as usual.
Then could you tell me exactly what that work entails? Sometimes you just never know what's an inconsistency and what's a clue. Yeah, I should know better how Ace Attorney tends to work. And again, I pointed it out. I just needed to have done a better job remembering that was relevant. What were you doing when you were drawn in this sketch?
Origination, well, hello there.
Dude, how was the rest of Dagron quest? Did you find the Dagron balls? Yo, Ori playing some more Shantae 7 Sirens. Hope that was a fun little time. And then, you know, Metroidvania brain also do be a thing. Don't even feel bad about it. That's just how streaming is with those games. Hope you're doing good tonight, man. How's the life? How's the cat? How's Percy doing? From the looks of the drawing, it doesn't seem like you were transporting the tea set.
Water.
Water, thanks for the hydrate. Ugh, I took a big swig. Just because, we needed a super hydrate this time. Yo, if y'all don't know Origination, he's got a redemption for channel points called Super Hydrate, where he pretty much drinks the rest of his entire water bottle while playing a song about drinking water. Yo, these fools looking thirsty. Except they don't say foo. Yeah, katsudon sounds delicious. Sounds absolutely delicious. Making notes. Yeah, you know, I make notes on certain streams too. Ace Attorney, I probably should be making notes, but I just end up watching my past VOD because I don't have time. But yeah, welcome on in.
This was when I was delivering chocolates to all the people in the investigation.
Chocolate!
Chocolate! Chocolate!
Ah, how nice! Chocolates! I wish I got some too. There are still a few left, so please eat these then. I made them myself, though. It's possible my name might not suit your taste.
Oh, was it made for, Jeff Masters for his, hypojuicia? Thanks for the hydration, Origination. I'm now running out of water.
Woohoo! Thank you so much.
Thank you. Perhaps it's because she had them in her pocket, but it looks like they've melted a bit. Melted? Or were they in the summer room? Hashemi, nice 7. How you doing?
The sweet goodness. I am happy to hear you say that.
These chocolates are a little misshapen, but I'm glad to get some sugar into my system. That's exactly what Greg said. Oh my god. Although they're a little too sweet for my taste. The misshapen chocolate. Because they're melty blood.
Investigation complete!
Thanks for the hydrate, Tashemi. I see where this is going. Lead time, no problem, Hector. Have a good night. Or he's a little parched. Somebody, quick, go to Origination Stream and redeem hydrate. Now all that's left is to wait for the results of the teapot. Toby Maguire. Miles really truly is an Edgeworth. Alright, here's what we're gonna do, y'all. Just because it happens to be almost 3 hours, it's gonna be a little short on the VOD. But, again, I am easing back into the game. And, this seems like a good point to stop. Usually, basically my policy with Ace Attorney is, if I get... Nope, don't look at that. If I get a save point around the 3 hour mark, then I gotta call it. Because who knows when the next save point's gonna be. I've learned my lesson from Great Ace Attorney, I'm sorry. So, but, the good news is, I'll be able to stream easily enough tomorrow because I'm gonna get some sleep tonight. Is what I'm gonna tell myself. But still, I'd say we gotta call it here. We'll see what the results of that teapot are next time.
So,
let's call it. You know, Gumshoe may have only had like 3 lines in this episode, but I still appreciate him a lot. You know, Gummy, my favorite. Let's go. How's it? Why am I asking how's it going? Yo, yeah, for sure. Especially with a game with voice acting, I want to make sure, if I'm playing it 2 days in a row, I want to make sure I preserve. So, you know, just like Pierre Hoquet's body was preserved for 18 years, I'm going to preserve my voice, and, you know, before I get too many redemptions for hydrate. So, you know, that's how we're going to do it. I'm going to save the state, and we're ready to go. You just got home. I'm sorry, Blade. That do be how it is, though.
Water.
Hope you had a nice, safe train ride. Also, thanks for the hydrate. So the tablecloth and the drawing, did the color blend in? Not really. But it was more like, I assumed that it was, like, in my mind, I assumed it was white. Because the canvas that Larry had painted on was kind of, like, off-white. So, you know, if you, like, pretend it's color corrected, like, compared to the off-white kind of creamish color or whatever, the warmer color of the canvas, the light blue cloth kind of looked like he was just painting white. Like, it could have been a trick of my monitor, could have been a trick of the game's, like, color palette, but I didn't think of it as light blue, even though it was, like, objectively. You know, like the whole black and blue, white and gold dress. I'm not going there tonight, but that's something like that. It's one of those things, like, I'm red-green colorblind, so if it's not red or green, technically I should be able to distinguish it. Like, now that I look at it, it's definitely light blue. So I don't... Oh, what's going on? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, Papa Griff. I don't know what's going on there. Your thing accidentally had a link in it. So, unfortunately, your chat got deleted. But, I'm not, OBS troubleshooting service. I'm sorry you're having trouble with that. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm ending soon, so... Welcome, and sorry I can't help. Everybody. What was I talking about? Colorblind. Yes, my brain does not automatically go to thinking about color as a thing. So if you saw that image and thought like, hey, the color's wrong immediately, like, good on you. For me, my brain just doesn't think about that. So yeah, everybody, let's do the art. As always, if you have art for the stream, post it to the Discord or tweet it at me. And I will put it up. Let's see what's going on. What's happening? Oh yeah, stream art. So, monthly art prompt. We got one entry for it. The monthly art prompt is pick a crossover fighting game and make a drawing of your favorite character that didn't make it into that game. So, you know, draw like Gino in Smash, draw Courage the Cowardly Dog in Multiverses, stuff like that. So, we got an entry from Common Rider OT. It's called Drewby Versus. And the answer to the prompt is, one of our favorite streamer friends, Drewby, as every character from the games he's played in one crossover fighting game. So you got Spyro the Dragon with a massive chin. You got Solid Snake floating in a cardboard box. Richter Belmont along with... Oh crap, what's her name? I never actually played Bloodstained. I've just been watching him play it. The girl from Bloodstained. Supersonic. And Naked Link on a shield? Oh, because he's shield surfing the speedrun, huh? Miriam, that's the one. Thank you, Common. Pretty good. Colorblind 2, yeah, Shark. You know. We gotta keep that flowchart ready for everyone's, like, immediately asking us about how the colorblind works. You know, back in the day, it used to be, oh, you're colorblind? What color is this? Nowadays, it's, oh, you're colorblind? Have you tried those glasses? No. Just no. It's okay. I don't need to try them. So pretty good. Art is welcome all month. I'll be drawing one for myself. Don't even worry about it. I've just put Naked Link on my face. Let's put that somewhere else. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. We'll be streaming this again tomorrow. So, be there or be square. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. If you haven't already, here are the links in the chat to check out the YouTube channel if you missed a stream. Follow on Twitch to catch me live next time I play this. Also, links for the Twitter and the Discord if you want to check those out. And yeah, if you're going to sleep, I'll see you next time. I will let you have a good one. Have an early one. Have a good night, everybody, and stay clucky. Court is adjourned. Where's my gavel? Ow. Well, why did I ow? Like my nerves are attached to my desk. I just hit my controller on my desk. Okay, bye.